drop the discus lariat.
The huge suplex.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you on this fine Saturday, March 11th? We are Thoughts Count Anywhere. We're coming to you live from the WWDB TV studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you for making us part of your day. The man far on the right over there, reliving SummerSlam, Mr. Matt Mullen. How are you, sir?
What's up? I'm doing good.
Good, good. And, of course, the man in the middle, simply known by one word, Chief.
Good morning, everyone.
And I'm
glad to see everybody today.
Absolutely. And I'm Aaron Phillips, of course. Behind the board is JPEG. He's going to be making things crazy for us, as he always does. So, as always, thank you for watching us here on Facebook. But, as always, we are on the TCA Facebook page. We are on the WWDB TV Facebook page. We're on Aaron Phillips, the Voice Business page. But if that's not good enough for you, we got YouTube covered too. WWDBTV.com. Also the Thoughts Count Anywhere show on YouTube. If you got to go like food shopping, go to soccer, whatever, take us on the go. Download WWDBTV to your Android, WWDBTV LV to your iPhones. And if you miss everything, just download the WWDBTV channel on your Roku channel streaming service. And we would love for you to call in today and give us your thoughts on anything pro wrestling by dialing 702-992-3207. They all work. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I got to do all that business up front so people know where to find us.
You know, while you was talking,
yes,
I actually did my magic. And
yes,
I actually got us on my.
I see us there. We look pretty good down there, as we do over there too.
I'm getting pretty damn good at this shit.
Well, once you learn how to turn on the machines, it works pretty good, doesn't it?
How am I talking?
So, Matt, how you been since last week, sir?
Oh shit.
Good. Just dealing with all the knuckleheads on Fremont.
I heard you got a goodie and pictures.
Oh, I got a good one.
All right. I can't wait. We'll get to that in a moment.
Time out.
Good morning, Ronald. Time out?
Yeah.
Time outing.
It wasn't me this week.
All my stuff is off.
Well,
No ringies, no dingies, no. It's all taken. Not like him last week.
Oh. Ronald Young, thank you, sir. I want to hear some stuff about your event last night, what you had going on down there, and that you're safe and sound. And everybody else out there, we appreciate it. Again, 702-992-3207. Share the feed with your friends. Put it on your wall. There may be a closet wrestling fan out there that you did not know that we would love to have join us. I'm sure Jennifer from Hawaii will be joining us momentarily. You know, she shared with me yesterday.
Talk to me.
As a reminder,
good morning, Jennifer. If you're there,
she's not there yet.
Oh.
But it's okay. She'll get it. We have to change the clocks tonight before we go to bed. So don't forget, everybody, before you go to bed tonight, spring forward 1 hour. Yeah. So she messages me this morning. She goes, I'll be 3 hours behind you now after you guys change the clock.
Well, then you
3 hours.
Then you got to get up 3 hours earlier.
What?
That's all. That's that simple.
Instead of 4.
Exactly.
Here's the way I look at the time change. I usually hate it.
It's not rocket science.
No, I know it's not.
Oh, okay.
I know it's not. But it'll actually gets me an hour closer to my cruise. That's the only benefit of that for me with this losing of the hours stuff.
You know what I forgot today?
What's that?
I don't have my flip phone. It's home. I forgot it.
You're charging it.
I got my Apple.
The
It takes like
gerbils,
3 days to charge.
the gerbils are running on the wheel to charge it right now.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I'm going to go right to it. I have to go right to Matt's story time because I know you do your thing, but he's got a good one and I can't wait because I understand what you want to talk. Oh, okay.
Rubbing your chest or something.
I was going to say,
How you like that one?
That's a good
That's
shirt.
a nice shirt, huh? I mentioned it to Liz, when the story came out that they were raising money. Well, I didn't ask her to order. She went ahead on her own and ordered it. And I think it's a great shirt.
And I believe the proceeds that went to the family. Is that correct?
100%. Right. So,
and I'm sure they're still available right, through AEW or Pro Wrestling Tees.
Pro Wrestling Tees and AEW both.
Which, by the way, we have stuff.
Yes, we do.
Pro Wrestling
merch.
Daniel Mann, good morning from Lost Juggling Taxi Pedicab Podcast Vegas. All right. Thank
What's
you,
up?
man. Appreciate it, Daniel, for joining us here.
Good morning, Daniel. How you doing, buddy? Chief says hello.
There you go. And of course, as always, thoughtscountanywhere.com. Go to our swag shop. We got a bunch of stuff like what I'm wearing today.
Yep.
Chief watches wrestling on the radio.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Yes, I do.
It's one of my favorite shirts.
I do. I love it.
Mine too.
And I have to do this because, guys, I won't be here next week with you. So I figured I'd get a little extra love for Chief this week
Thank God.
while I'm here. So, all right. With that, I think it's time for
Story time with Matt.
And now here is your storytelling host, Matt Mullen, the Mr. Rogers of the Fremont Street neighborhood. Take it away, Matt. What's happening in the neighborhood?
All right, I got a good one for you guys. Mr. Rogers of Fremont Street almost became violent last night.
You was going with some.
Oh, I was close.
All right.
Me and the manager of Heart Attack Girls, Zach, were like
Nice guy.
this close to just
Nice.
going for it.
Zach's a nice guy too.
That's a good dude.
Yes, he is.
But this guy he's from somewhere overseas. He comes into Heart Attack Grill and he's demanding service right on the spot he sits down. And he starts like waving everybody over, and the waitress is like, "Hold on a second, I'm with another table. I'll be right with you." Starts yelling at our hostesses and all this stuff, and they were like, "Hold on, we'll be with you." And he's like complaining about everything. They're like, "Do you want to leave or do you want to order a burger?" And he's like, "I want a single, everything, blah blah." So they put his order in, and he's still like, you can see like he's still like flipping out at the table, and we're just kind of watching him. And then the runner brings his food, sets it on the table, and then all of a sudden he like throws his hospital gown off. He goes, "I want to talk to you," and he like runs towards the front door. So we're like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "That table was there before me, and they already ate and all this," and he's just making stuff up. And we're like, "You mean the table that was eating before you even walked in this door? They were here before you. Don't make crap up." He goes, "I'm not paying for anything." And I was like, "Oh, so you're sadly mistaken, sir." So,
Did you have that picture up there, John? I don't know if you realize. There you go.
oh, it's that guy right there. And then he was like, "I'm gonna call the cops. You won't let me leave." And I was like, "Pay your $20 bill and you can leave right now." And he was on the phone. And I swear to God, when he was sitting on the wheelchair. And as soon as he stood up and looked at me, all I saw was the Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart moment where he like flipped him over the wheelchair. It took everything in me not to do it. And then he's sitting there like freaking out, and then he's like cussing at everybody. And I was like, I can see his fist starts to clench, and me and Zach kind of look at each other like, should we? And then he gets on the phone with 911 saying he's in danger and blah, blah. And he goes, "You guys are going to get in trouble. Watch this." And I was like, "Dude, I've been security 10 years. I know what they're going to do. Your $20 burger is going to turn into bail money, court fees, a flight back to Vegas, or you're going to have a warrant for your arrest. You're going to have like a $500 burger, dum-dum. Just pay it and leave."
I'll give him a cheap pop. Call Rocky T's bail bonds.
So then like Metro shows up, and there's like 7 of them show up because the bike unit on Fremont runs deep now because of like all the stuff.
Right.
And this guy, he turned real cocky when Metro showed up, and Metro just looked. He pissed Metro off in like 10 seconds, and Metro was like, that cop was like, "Pay your fucking bill or you're going to fucking jail right now."
Really?
And he was still arguing with the cop. And I was like, "Dude, just talk yourself into jail. Talk yourself into jail." And he goes, "No, I'm going to eat here." And they were like, "You're going to eat in jail in a minute."
Wow.
And then he eventually like gave the $20, and like 7 cops escorted him out the building.
Jeez.
I just wanted to put that guy on blast because he almost had a horrible night in many, many different ways.
Well, I was looking at the background that was behind the wheelchair where he was, and the first thing that comes to my mind was the big picture window when Piper hit Snuka with the coconut and the whole backdrop went down. That's what I saw.
It's actually a big
happening.
paddle. If I could have picked that big thing up and just
whooped his
smacked
ass
him over the
Yeah,
head,
buddy.
I would have.
There we go.
But it's a big prop that's like 100 and something pounds.
Nah. But I you just look at it and then I'm thinking the big window, right?
Right.
Piper with the coconut,
You just look at his dumb face. He looks like such a douchebag.
and he flies it.
Where was he from?
I don't know, somewhere. And he's like, "Don't talk to me." And I was like, "You are in the United States of America. You ever heard of freedom of speech? I don't know what third world horrible country you came from, but I can say what I want, what I want."
Yeah. As I've said to you fellas and to our public viewing party, it takes all kinds to make the world up.
Absolutely.
They turn into me and Zach 1, douchebag customer 0.
Ding, ding, ding.
And that is story time with Matt.
There you go. All right.
That
Wow.
was
I'm going to miss story time with Matt next week. I'll have to make sure I watch it when I come back.
well. If you
Rumor has it we're on a bunch of platforms you can watch from other places.
Really?
rumor is if you put
I can't hold it.
two cans together in
Rumor
a
has it we
string,
even have like a phone line you can
we'll
call
send
into.
it out to you, Bubba. No problem.
On demand.
Yeah.
Does this studio accept international phone calls?
Turn your radio on.
Anyway, Ronald Shev's with us down in
My
Florida.
man
Of course,
Ronald.
he had his was it Thunder Championship Wrestling? Is that the name
Thunder
of it?
Championship Wrestling.
He said it
last
was a
night.
packed
TCA.
house. It was a packed house, even with the rain. But he admits, Chief, he messed up the bell the first 2 matches, then got straightened out.
What the
Next
hell?
show, May 12th, they'll be crowning the first ever heavyweight champion in a battle royale.
Hey,
Nice.
But he
do
needs bell lessons.
do I need to send you some videos of ringing the bell?
We may-
I'll bring my bell in here.
We might have to do that. An instructional
And ding,
video.
ding, ding. I can do it. No problem.
Done it before.
That's right.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into some rumors
love you,
here
Ron. I
before we
love
go to
you,
break.
brother.
Rumor number one, WWE has big plans for Solo Sequoia in 2023. They're trying to keep him strong, right?
Yep.
Because
Yep.
they think the ultimate plan is to face Roman at some point.
Yeah. I think like eventually there's going to be like a civil war in that family. With like Solo on one side, Roman on the other, and the family having to pick sides.
And then the Usos being split.
I could see a gentleman that does a booty dance pretty good. I could see him getting involved maybe too in the storyline. You never know what the hell's going to happen with the family. Okay, you just don't know. And when you've got 3 brothers and a cousin, and then there's got to be some order, and maybe Roman's not the one to keep them in order. It might have
Higher up.
It might
Higher
have to
up.
be somebody else.
Does Rikishi have a Legends contract with WWE? Does anybody, I
You know
didn't
what?
ask him that, but
I did when
I'm just
we
curious.
saw him. I didn't ask him. I
he
don't
has
know.
a new figure that literally just came out, so he has to.
okay. Came out
He either
to
has a
WWE.
Legends deal or a deal with Mattel, one of the two.
Gotcha. All right, makes sense. Rumors Jade Cargill's mystery opponent could be a big AEW debut. Who could it be? I saw the rumor mill, so
I think it's Taya Valkyrie.
that's who I wrote down.
Her contract with
Impact
Impact
is up.
expired in Vegas.
Right.
That's why they dropped the tag title.
Could I don't disagree with it because we read it and that that's what they're saying is Taya. Wouldn't it be interesting if WWE though did a thing and let Natty one night wrestle Jade Cargill?
Under what storyline and what purpose?
That she's
Just the
from-
Forbidden Door.
That she's from Canada and Cargill
Is that
called
what they're
her.
going to be next week?
and
Is in
Car-
Canada?
Yep. And,
It's
Car-
in Winnipeg,
and
though. That's
Cargill
where
and Cargill
Taya's
called her out.
Okay.
Said Natty, get your
But Matt just made a point
talk
about
to
Tara.
me. Talk to me.
Taya Valkyrie's from Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. Then that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's a much better tie.
I think the whole Natty thing would make sense if they were physically in Calgary.
in Calgary, yeah.
But if they're in Winnipeg, and that's the home of Jericho and
Right.
Omega too.
Yep.
Right.
I'm not. Hey, don't get me wrong. Taya deserves it. Okay, I'm sure you have, and I'm not sure how long you have, but we've known Taya for a few years.
I just met her in person at Samstown 2 weeks ago.
So I saw her wrestle when she was FSW Women's
Right.
Champion.
Right.
Good wrestler.
Mhm.
Well deserves it. Get away from Johnny Drip a
I was-
little bit and wrestle.
So funny you said
wrestle
that.
your own career. No, hey, if it is, I'm excited for her.
I definitely hope it's her.
I'm excited for
If
her.
it ain't her, it better be Mercedes Monet.
Mhm.
Do you imagine that hell of a debut if she was to walk into AEW and beat the 53 Jade Cargill
Can
right off the bat?
That would be
Let
interesting.
me ask a question.
But wait, she didn't earn her way up to the top for championship match.
Oh, yeah,
That's
she had to
right.
be
Can't
on
just
TV
walk
for
in.
like
Damn
9.5 months.
Exactly. Stay over in New Japan. Has Cargill wrestled Britt Baker yet?
Not yet. I think it's going to be her Statlander that actually beat her.
I don't understand. You got Dr. Britt, you got you got Statlander.
Yeah.
Why isn't one of those two wrestling in Canada against Cargill? And I understand that is it Axiom that owns AEW or
Tony Khan.
Tony Khan, but the other company that's involved is out of Canada, and they want a Canadian wrestler. So who better than Taya?
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that at all.
I think they're going to save the Britt Baker one of those for like double or nothing.
Double or nothing.
Could be, yeah. She definitely a big name to do that. Last rumor before we go to break, of course. Rumor is WWE could lose their TV deal with Fox for SmackDown if they try to get an increase in the price. Money, money, money.
We've always said that. Yeah, here's how I look at it. If Fox doesn't want to raise their prices or let WWE raise their prices, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then WWE shouldn't raise the prices on us
Totally agree.
as the consumer. You got a SummerSlam shirt on.
Mhm.
I like this shirt. Yeah, buddy. And
But the Peacock Network, where they are too, I mean, that's a subscription-based service.
$9.95.
Right. But again, you just talked about
Yep.
if they're not going to, but WWE shouldn't pass those increases that they want to us
Exactly.
through the Peacock Network or merch and everything else. Just saw an article though that in the coming really short time, I think starting this upcoming week, Vince and company will be starting to really sit down with 2 or 3 companies or entities, I should say, that are serious in wanting to buy WWE.
I did see that
Yeah.
too.
So, and they could be doing this just to raise money to get additional funding on the profit and loss sheet and all that before they go to any sale. But listen, $9 billion is not a bad asking price.
But let me
No.
let me ask you an honest question.
Okay.
Would it really hurt WWE
Mm-hmm.
not to be on Fox?
Where would you put SmackDown?
Uh,
Unless they consolidate and just go back to one show, which I don't see happening.
TBS, TNT.
I don't think that would give them the same coverage that Fox will.
I think AEW would have a little something to say about that.
Sure,
one.
just like when they wanted to go into Madison Square Garden, right? And Vince put the kibosh on that.
I think if they lose like a TV deal like that, they're going streaming, if anything.
Go to NBC.
They were on NBC.
I know
at
years
one
ago.
time.
Saturday Night Main Event was on NBC.
Well, they
Shot-
technically are still part of the
shotguns.
NBC family because USA is owned by NBC.
Shotgun Saturday night.
True. Shotgun Saturday
Yeah,
Night?
Shotgun Saturday night. You
Yes.
don't remember that one?
I don't. I
Oh.
just remember the Saturday Night Main Event that would go on.
One of the best matches ever is when Undertaker. What the hell was that?
That was the Addams Family. Why are we playing the Addams Family over there? John's obviously entertaining himself.
Okay.
There was something
I'm
else.
just checking something.
He's going to
And-
come out and do the Wednesday
and-
dance for us on
anyway,
break.
yeah.
Jenny Ortega comes out of some corner.
The
like the
Undertaker
greatest
was
show ever.
chasing somebody in Grand Central Station up the ramp.
I
Oh
honestly
yeah,
don't
man, that's
remember.
going. That's going back. You know, that's in the Edward Carpentier era.
I don't know what
in
he
Ricky Starr era.
I have no idea what he just said to
Yeah.
me, but we're going to step aside for our first break of the morning.
Ed
You're watching
Mark
Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Carpentier.
We got more unknown name people coming at you after break. I don't know if that's true or not, but thank you for watching. We'll be right back.
This is D'Lo Brown. If you want to be part of one of the greatest podcasts on the world, Thoughts Count Anywhere, every Saturday, 9 to 11 Pacific. Now recognize that.
Hey everybody, Aaron Phillips, and I'm standing with
Anthony Miller.
Hey, I have a quick question for you. What's the name of your favorite wrestling show?
Thoughts Count Anywhere.
What a convenience. Saturday, 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific. If this guy watches it, better watch it also on Facebook.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
Hey, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere. Thank you to D'Lo Brown and Anthony Miller for doing that for us at the Power Play Sports Collectibles Card and Toy Show at Sam's Town a couple of weeks ago in conjunction with Impact. I think we have a couple more that we're going to show to folks that we were able to do later on in the show as well. So thank you to them. And by the way, I found out from a big birdie named D'Lo Brown, he is in town and he is offered and willing to come on the show. And maybe we need to talk about getting him on before or after WrestleMania.
And
Next week.
No, shut up.
and anyway,
Oh, since he's here, we can have like John Moxley. We'll have
Trust
somebody.
me, I'll crash that show somehow.
and anyway,
Captain, turn the boat around.
now that the first recipient for you like that recipient, that's pretty good, huh?
That's 4 syllables.
It has been announced for the WWE Hall of Fame. D'Lo Brown, Demolition. I'm going to keep on it into the Hall of Fame. Let's go, WWE.
Well, they also announced yesterday another inductee. I don't know if you guys saw it. The Great Muta is being inducted as well. Now, he was the next person that was announced. The Great Muta.
I don't think
It may or may be on the run sheet.
I don't think
It is. It's right there. That's why I'm.
I
I said.
don't think WWE announced it yet.
Yeah, it came out on social media yesterday.
Well, who the fuck cares about social media?
I think it was
Just
on.
the whole world. No.
I think it was on the WWE.
Until
flag.
I see it on Raw or SmackDown and it officially comes out, then I believe it. The only one that I know so far, and
Look up Great Muta on there
if it's
for us.
if it's on the run sheet,
Which it is halfway down.
no, I'm talking about the other guy.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, Mr. Mysterio
And he's right below.
has been announced.
Yes,
as the
officially
first
he has.
been announced. Official.
Well,
That's what I'm talking about. Official. Okay.
Well, Muta
Damn it.
doesn't. Muta's not on any of the shows though. That's part.
You know what? I'm okay. That's all run sheet. That ain't WWE. Till I see it on WWE.
One of those articles has got to say as reported by WWE.
I don't know. Bullshit. That don't
Jeez
count.
Louise.
Don't bust my agate.
I'm happy to see Rey Mysterio in the Hall of
Yeah.
Fame, but it's literally just going to turn into an angle with Dominic
Of course,
that he's going to get like 5 words out or something, and then
Right.
Dominic ruins it.
I don't want to see anything happen
And
during the
I'm going
induction
to be
itself. Though.
so annoyed if he ruins the induction.
I don't want to see it there. Keep it in the ring, not there for what he did. I can see them sitting in the front row during his induction, right? I mean,
No, I think he directly interrupts it. I don't know if they're gonna I don't know how
Good
far in
morning, Brandy.
advance they're gonna announce this match, but maybe they wait until like literally the Hall of Fame and he ruins the whole thing, and that's
Be
when
interesting.
Ray finally snaps and fucking beats the hell out of his son. But we'll see.
I-
Go up on stage and slap him.
I really think that at the Hall of Fame, I agree with you. Dominic's going to interfere, and I still say that there's going to be some kind of an intervention with his mom and him, or Rhea and his mom. And I think Dominic's mom is going to be the one that's going to hit Dominic. It ain't going to be Ray. But come WrestleMania, Ray will beat the shit out of the boy.
I think Dominic hits his sister and Ray snaps.
That could be too, brother. That could be too. Or could it be Rhea hits his sister?
That too.
You
It's
know?
got to be Dominic. I don't think Ray would.
Ray's got a mind on the championship match for that weekend.
But if you look, if you watched any of the clips of SmackDown last night, Ray got in Ray's face last night.
Yeah.
Didn't like as close as we are, but he got in her face. I don't see Ray ever hitting a woman at all. But I'll tell you what, siblings, Dominic and is her name Aaliyah? I don't think that's a big deal. I think Dominic doing something to his mom, that will make Ray snap.
Lots of potential for that storyline. We have only a couple more weeks left. I think 2, if I'm not mistaken, right? 12, 19, no, 3 weeks.
You don't have an opinion?
What other opinion you guys laid out all the scenarios that are there?
We did good.
The only thing that I don't want to see, because listen,
Talk to me.
if they do something with the Hall of Fame, I hope it's pre-taped, first of all. Whatever, if they decide to make something happen there. But in my opinion, if they do something at the Hall of Fame, it's going to take away from whoever's being inducted that same night, Batista or whoever, Muda, whoever's going to come out as other inductees. I don't want to take the shine off of all those other inductees because of what may happen potentially with those two. I'm just going to ask that they keep it away from the Hall of Fame ceremony. That's all. But all the options you guys are talking about all make sense and possibilities.
And I don't disagree with you. And I've been thinking about it. Who at the Hall of Fame ceremony? Because I look for Ray or for Dominic and Rhea and the other fellas to be sitting out with the wrestlers. Okay, I don't think they're going to come back out and say there may be a shouting match from Ray on stage and Dominic down, a lower level. But I've been thinking about who in the audience, wrestler-wise, could just walk over and shut them up.
Triple H.
That's one.
It's like non-storyline related. If like the boss tells you to shut up, you're shutting up. But storyline-wise, it would have to be
I'll tell you,
Edge.
That's one. That's one. I'll tell you one that came to my mind.
Who's that?
Purely Sexy.
Thank you.
Michael P.S. Hayes.
As a producer.
Arn Anderson.
But again, storyline, how would those guys fit into their storyline?
The respect they're given to Ray up on the stage for his Hall of Fame speech.
Old school, new school.
Little old school. That's
possible.
What's his name? Delgado, Phantasma Delgado family. Maybe that's the start of the
right,
friction
because they've been
there.
standing up for Ray going against them as well.
That could be a possibility.
The great thing about the storyline is, as you all are listening and watching, and good morning, Jennifer. Thank you. Ronald asks, and this is a great question too. Who will induct Ray into the Hall of Fame? We'll get to that in a second. But this storyline thus far, with everybody that's been involved, the home invasions, jail, Ray, this is probably, if it wasn't for the Bloodline storyline, this storyline and all the different possibilities is being overshadowed because of the Bloodline, I would think.
Yes.
Imagine if the Bloodline story wasn't there and this story with Ray and Dominic was the story. It would obviously be, I think it would be much more talked about than the Bloodline is, because I'm sure they're not really talking about Dominic and Ray so much on Raw, but that Ray or Roman and the Bloodline is talked about on both shows. But the possibilities, I mean, here we are in 5.5 minutes. We've talked about 4 different possibilities of what could happen. What other storyline is out there like that we can have? So, I know we're going to say the bloodline because of potential other players, but this storyline has just opened up a can of worms of so many different directions that the storyline going into WrestleMania is darn well intriguing to try to figure out what's going to happen and surprise everybody. Oh, what if Ray turns and sides with Dominic and Rhea? I'm just saying, you talk about shock and surprises. You know what? I've had enough. If you can't beat him, join him. And he stands with the Sun with his faction with Rhea and company.
What a good 3 weeks of TV it would be if they were to go on TV next week and be like, to induct Rey Mysterio into the Hall of Fame, Dominic Mysterio. And he just gets on the thing and be like, here's my loser, deadbeat dad.
Right. And then he walks out.
Right. That just
whatever. My mind. And then he just walks off the stage and Mysterio comes out. And,
right.
Who would be a good one to induct?
Well, Brandy jokingly, tongue in cheek, says Eddie Guerrero's ghost to induct Ray.
I'm going to tell you what. The first one that came to my mind, unfortunately, she's under contract to AEW, would be Vicky.
Maybe they allow her to make a one-time appearance. She's not on TV anymore. People are going to. I mean, her contract is off to the side, and they've asked her not to be on TV. Her contract expires, I think, in July, if I read it correctly. Yeah. They've already told her to stay home, and she's been very open about it on social media. And
yes,
maybe at some point we can get her on our show again. I'll have to reach back out to her, but. Why not make an agreement? Let her come out. Excuse me, and do the whole thing and induct them. That would make so much sense.
Who closer, that the general public knows about?
Yeah,
Eddie and Ray. They were that close.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And the only one of that little group left is Dean Malenko, but he's on. Isn't he still with AEW?
I think he's also still under contract.
He's a producer for AEW, so
right.
That kind of takes that out of the question too.
So and speaking of which, and then we'll go to the Chiefs rant. I'm going to go to another Hall of Fame item that came up.
Who did Ray beat for the championship?
In WCW, he beat Diesel. He beat didn't he beat? He beat the Giant, didn't he? When he won the champ in WCW.
And unfortunately, the Giant's under contract to AEW.
Right? Did he not beat? He beat. It was a David and Goliath story. So it was either
he
Scott
won that
Hall,
match, but he was never WCW champion.
I thought he was. I thought he got the title at least one time.
His first championship was against was it Kurt Angle and Randy Orton.
No, but there was a David and Goliath story, and
there was he beat Kevin Nash, but it wasn't for a title.
Yeah. I thought it was. Okay, my bad.
I wonder if it could be maybe Randy.
Where's our whack historian that's never here?
Maybe Randy. He's working. He is working.
Brandy says if Batista doesn't get inducted, then she thinks he should induct Ray.
That'd be a good one too.
But he's got to be inducted this year. I mean, he said no during the pandemic for whatever the reason. They're going to be in LA with the movies and everything else. Ronald said that him and Galaxy Gary last night were talking the same thing. I said Vicky and Vicky Chavo Guerrero. That's you know what Chavo is terrific.
Chavo,
and I don't think he's under contract.
Chavo classic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So again, just even talking about the induction, look at all the worms that are being opened and discussed the possibilities. But before we go to the rant, one more Hall of Fame question.
Talk to me.
Mick Foley talked yesterday on the podcast that somebody asked him out of the blue that he hadn't heard of from a long time that if this person is inducted, they want Mick to induct them. Who could it possibly be? And because he won't announce it unless the person is announced for the Hall of Fame. Who could it be?
Is Terry Funk in the WWE Hall of Fame?
I got to think he is after all this time.
You got it.
But I mean, who else? And he says he hadn't spoken to this person in a while. So who could that be that he hasn't spoken to somebody that isn't already in the Hall of Fame? By the way, I want to let everybody know if you are watching by chance on YouTube, you can comment as well. We will pick those comments up and share them as well. Ask your questions. Call in. Give us your name, 702-992-3207 as we get ready for the Chiefs rant here momentarily. But I got to think Terry Funk was in. Who else would Foley have been involved with? There's always, obviously, The Undertaker, the great storyline.
Mick Foley or Dude Love was in the Boiler Room matches.
I don't remember Dude Love in a Boiler match. Mankind.
Mankind.
Right, Mankind
I'm
was.
sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this 3/4 kicking.
Well, there's three of him.
Mankind kicking down in the boiler
Right
room
with the Undertaker.
with the Taker.
Right.
Taker's in the hall.
Right.
Dude Love was Dude Love.
And he really didn't wrestle big names per se.
The one that comes to my mind, and I hope Matt's looking it up, is Cactus Jack and Terry Funk.
Terry Funk was inducted in 2009.
There
with
was
the
that
Funks.
thought. What
Him
if?
and Dory Funk were inducted at the same time.
What if the Rock and Sock connection comes back to the Hall of Fame? They induct Rock, and Mick Foley comes out. There'd be tons of other people that could do it. Don't get me wrong. I realize that. But who else did Mick have a connection with that would be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame that would ask him to induct him? The Rock.
And I do listen to his podcast. He said he hasn't talked to The Rock in like a while either.
And I'm just picking the name out of the air.
The
so,
Rock.
who knows? Could
That's
be
a hell of a headliner.
Rock
And that's a
Sock
way you could
connection.
tease the Roman Rock thing for next year.
John, I was just told that in our chat room that we are not live on YouTube. Are you? We are live on the WWDB TV channel. All right, there you go. All right, Carlos, go to www.dbtv.com on YouTube. We are live there, as well as what's the other one?
www.dbdotcom.
Oh, that's too damn long.
www.dbtv.com. Just go to that channel on YouTube.
DOT.
.dot.
DOT.
The regular channel is DOT spelled out? No, I don't care about that one. That's too much to say.
The channel is www.dbtv.
.com.
And if that doesn't work, try Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
You know what? Download Roku. Screw it all. Anyway, all right.
Go to our Facebook page.
Go to yeah, we're on Facebook. Anyway, you ready for the rant?
Yeah.
And we are on both of the YouTube, 3 YouTube channels.
Excellent. All right.
And right there, and right there.
Right.
And also right
Well, we can see that, but our folks can't see all that.
It's also over there by the thing.
Who? Him?
Yeah, with the great box up there. What was that?
Oh no. Oh, okay. No, I'll take it. Okay.
What was it?
Don't worry. Let's go to the Chiefs rant.
35 minutes ago.
Go to the Chiefs rant.
I just thought of it. Hey, folks.
Better, you finally got that other corner kicking in, don't you?
Hey, folks. We're having fun in the studio.
Ding dong.
today.
Ding dong. Hello. All right.
You who don't know, we are live.
We are streaming. All right. Let's go
And
to
I
the Chiefs
do
rant.
watch wrestling on the radio.
There it is. If we didn't put it on the shirt, then it didn't happen. It's on a shirt. We know what happened. All right.
Exactly.
But
It's so hard when I made that thing.
I-
Oh my god.
Go to thoughtscountanywhere.com, click on the merch tabs or store tab, whatever it is. Get this shirt, get any of our shirts on anything that you want. All right, with that, it's now time, because I know what he's going to talk about. And ladies and gentlemen, this is one you better batten down the freaking hatches. It's now time for the Chiefs rant.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations. Set material conditions Zebra throughout the ship. Make Zebra report to DC Central.
Because the chief says so. Good morning, folks. It is the chief. My 3 minutes of fame is now 2:58. Make sure to go live buttons on, please. Thank you very much. Anyway, here's where we're going today. I seen an incident recently with a gentleman, and I use gentleman loosely, by the name of MJF. And I've got to talk about it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care if you don't like what I'm going to say. I could give two shits, and I'll qualify it with that. But I'm going to talk about it in my own way. Some time ago, out here in Vegas, I had a couple gentlemen. When I used to get kind of hyper at wrestling matches and wanting to jump over the guardrail, and a gentleman by the name of Kevin Cross and a gentleman by the name of Remy Marcel both said to me, Chief, you're a mark, but you cannot cross over the rail. If you do, you're fair game. And Mr. Rocky T said, Chief, I won't allow you to cross over the rail because you'll get hurt. Well, you know, folks, I'm 70 years old, and I've been around the wrestling world.
Liz just checked in, by the way.
Hi, Liz. I thought you were going, okay, never mind.
Sorry.
You're not tatting this morning? Okay. Anyway.
The ranch has got towed down.
No, it ain't going to get towed down. Anyway, Rocky said, Chief, I won't let you jump the rail because you'll get hurt. And I appreciate that. And I, you know, I'm 70, but I got to tell you something. They also told me that they should go to a certain point, but then the line's drawn. And you don't throw anything. You don't swear. Any of that type of stuff from a wrestler to a fan. Well, I don't know what happened on the pay-per-view. And I'm still not sure if it's a work or not. But when you, as the world champion, throw something at an 8-year-old boy, now they've said it's tequila, and I'll let you, after I get done, I'll let you guys talk. They said it was tequila, and they said it got thrown in his face. Well, I'm sure getting tequila thrown in your face, your eyes are going to burn a little bit. But the first thing I noticed is nobody went to that boy's defense. And MJF, as the asshole he is, was laughing about it and played it as a joke. Well, we got enough shit going on in this world, folks, that we don't need to see an 8-year-old boy get abused by a professional wrestler. Now, they said Tony Khan talked to MJF backstage. Well, you know what? That's all well and good. But why did other wrestlers go and talk to this young boy and bring him merchandise and whatever? It should have been MJF. Is MJF that big for the business now? Okay. He's not a fucking Ric Flair. He's not a Terry Funk. He's not even a Dusty Rhodes. All right. He's a 24-year-old punk from Long Island, New York. He may be a good entertainer, but he's got a lot to learn about the wrestling business and a lot to learn about life. And I hope that 8-year-old boy's parents sue the fuck out of MJF and AEW. Because what happened on live broadcast should have never happened. Never. So I just hope the young man's not scarred for life and decides he don't want to go to wrestling matches anymore because of an asshole like MJF. That's the Chiefs rant, over and out.
The comments in the chat room, most recent comments coming in are kind of leaning towards the fact that it was a work, because like Brandy said, if as a mom, if even the mom didn't come to his defense, that is why I believe it was a work. Because if it was my kid, I would have gotten arrested, quote unquote, from Brandy. So reading that, a line to be crossed in that manner. I mean, I could see it. I've seen it before where kids stand there with a popcorn. The ref will reach in, take some popcorn, or knock it out of it, whatever. I think you cross the line when you deal with alcohol, if it was alcohol, because it's interesting they use tequila, which just happens to look like water. Okay, so I would think that Tony Khan would have had enough sense to say, you know what, if we're going to do something like this, we shouldn't do it out of the blue and off the cuff, because he's opening himself up to huge liability. Like you were just talking about, sue. I would have to think Tony would be somewhat smarter than that and say, you know what, if we're going to do this, parents sign a waiver, blah, 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 we'll do water and set it up. I'd hate to think that Tony Khan didn't protect himself in some capacity and would have said, look, don't do it. Or rumor has it after the match, before the scrum, he laid into MJF supposedly. Okay, supposedly. So I don't know.
The one that really bothered me, though.
Thank you, Alfonso, for your comment there. Go ahead.
The one that really bothered me, though, is when I read that there was other wrestlers Tony Khan sent to give the young boy merchandise, and I guess they gave him tickets for the next show or whatever that was there. It should have been MJF.
Oh, absolutely.
It shouldn't have been any other wrestlers.
But he's totally
company.
He's
If
totally
they're doing
kayfabe.
this to like put MJF over as the biggest heel, why would they go over and be like, "Oh, here's a shirt, little one"?
Right.
The whole point is to.
But sometimes
He didn't even hit this kid in the face either. He hit him in the shirt.
doesn't make any difference. He crossed the line.
And either way, they don't put alcohol in them kind of cups.
I don't even.
There's no way they give somebody a shot of tequila about halfway
Was it
full.
a clear plastic cup?
Yeah. It was like halfway full. Nope. She didn't spend like $40 on like a quadruple shot of tequila.
Matt just pulled the video up on his
maybe her
book there.
her husband did or something.
But
I'm just saying.
I bet you they're employees for either AEW or something, because they showed this kid backstage and all this other stuff, like Powerhouse Hobbs and all them were talking to him.
Right.
He was probably picked as like Braun Strowman's WrestleMania tag team partner.
Right.
On
The referee's son, who was a referee's son.
There is no way Tony Khan would be like MJF is like playing a crazy heel, but he's still playing a character. I don't even think he would do that purposely.
I'm just saying. We all know professional wrestling.
And the kid's sitting back in the chair like he's waiting for it. He's like,
you don't cross the line. Okay. The kid never expected it was going to happen. MJF.
bullshit. What 8-year-old sits front row while MJF is right there and just
MJF just crossed the line. He did something that you're not supposed to do in a wrestling match.
Just explain to me what 8-year-old ever in the history of wrestling
I'm just saying,
sits front row and anybody comes near him and he's sitting there like this waiting for an impact of something.
maybe he's seen MJF before and he's scared. And he's sitting like that.
Nobody's scared of that little man.
Okay.
I don't know. He sent Daniel Bryan home. But anyway, with that, we're going to step aside for a break.
You're trying
while
to
these
get
guys
at
keep
me.
it going.
No,
at
I'm
the
not.
top of the hour.
I'm saying
We will.
it's
I
wrong.
hope. At least I know I'll be back. I don't know about these guys.
I'll
We'll be
get
right
the
back.
fuck up and go home.
Bye.
This is your warlord of weird Sinbodi, and you are watching Thoughts Count Anywhere right here on Facebook, Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. Pacific Coast time. Stay tuned. Do I look like I'm clowning around? Buddy, I'm Aaron Phillips, and I am with the legend. And Sabu, you were telling me earlier about a special wrestling show that you really like, and that is what? Thoughts Count Anywhere, that's a coincidence. The same show that runs Saturdays, 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific, right here on Facebook. You better listen to the man to watch. Okay.
Hi, everybody. Aaron Phillips here, inviting you to join me every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. right here on Worldwide Digital Broadcasting TV on my show, Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. I bring to you the movers and shakers of Las Vegas and really all around the world. It's also fun, entertaining, silly, goofy, informative, everything you'd want to be entertained by on a Saturday, except no politics,
No religion. As I said, it's designed to be a fun show. Remember, that's every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific, right here, Aaron's Hour, Worldwide Digital Broadcasting TV.
I don't know. All right, welcome back. See, they survived the commercial break. So welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere. Listen, it's a great topic, and that's why we're talking about it. And that's what bottom line is. It's press for AEW. Everybody's talking about it. With that, though, here's something
I'm not talking about it.
Well,
all I know is if I was 8 years old and they were like, "This will happen to you," but you get backstage and get a $600 belt, I'd be like, "Throw it at me."
You know,
WWE is trying to legalize betting on their matches.
Maybe they threw the $600 belt at him so Tony Khan doesn't get sued. Who knows? It makes for good TV and podcasts.
WWE is trying to legalize betting on their matches. WWE is in talks with gaming regulators in Colorado and Michigan. They've also hired the accounting firm Ernst & Young to protect scripted match results. Is there any way this happens?
Why wouldn't they come to Nevada?
Hardest regulations to get through.
But that makes the most sense.
But the idea is, do you want to bet on matches that already are known outcomes? That's really what this
There is
question
no way this is going to happen.
There would be so much inside betting. Never mind.
Yeah, no, inside. No, you're
I
right.
was going to make a comment, and I'll zip that one. I won't go there. A lot of inside betting.
Sure.
I agree with
Well,
Matt.
the other thing
I don't see it happening.
One thing that I read in this article the other day was, in order to make something like this work, creative would only take the match to a certain point, not discuss and figure out what the outcome will be, where that will actually happen in the ring.
Somebody overheard something, and this is what's going to happen. Well, hey Joe, I just got the skinny.
Right.
Bet on this match for this guy to win, or it's going to be a double disqualification. Yeah.
But
See you later. Bye.
Liz,
That's what's
Liz
gonna
says,
happen.
"Be nice. Have a good day."
What the hell? I am
Probably
being
to the
nice.
right. I know the comment you were going to make, or I don't know.
Oh,
But she's just
Be as
reminding
nice
me
as that 8-year-old.
So,
at least I can say I am an 8-year-old. More so than the way
You can
you're-
take a shot
more so-
without crying
more-
about it.
More so than the way you're acting right now, but that's okay. We're here. You can continue on.
I don't know where to go.
Well,
I don't know where to go.
what's next?
Backstage, I'm
what's
bouncing.
next on the rank?
I'm bouncing around. Backstage report says Vince
Okay.
McMahon was backstage at Raw with people saying he was there to visit John Cena. People also say he grew a mustache.
No, he's probably backstage, checking on things so he don't get sued, like Tony Khan.
I want to talk about
But
that betting
that's
thing real
okay.
quick, though.
What's that?
I want to talk about the betting thing real quick.
Yeah,
though,
okay.
Before I was
Go ahead.
interrupted about MJF for the 900.
Well, that's okay. That's okay.
Who would win a match,
You're allowed.
MJF or Bruno?
Huh?
Who would win a match, MJF?
MJF.
or Bruno?
MJF. A million times over.
Mhm.
You agree with that? Okay.
Hell no.
Bruno would kick out of, or MJF would kick out of the headlock over and over again.
Hell no. No.
Go ahead. Talk about-
MJF couldn't handle Madison Square Garden.
Oh, he could.
No. Not with no. You've never been to.
but
Have
he's
you
from
been
Long
to
Island,
Madison
though.
Square?
But he's from Long Island, though.
No. Have you ever been to Madison Square?
No.
Let me tell you. In all honesty, and I mean this honestly, I'm not joking now. This is real deal.
MJF would sell it out with 8-year-olds.
MJF would not get out of Madison Square
I
Garden
think he would.
alive.
He's
no,
from the area.
No, he wouldn't.
No.
He wouldn't.
No, the way you said, I thought that he would like blow up the place because of his performance.
No.
Getting out of there would be a lot of shit thrown at him. Getting out of the
Oh
ring.
no,
I'm
no,
sure.
not even
But
shit.
he would
thrown
need a
at
police
him.
escort to get out of the building for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
God, what do you want to say about the betting stuff?
I said they
Well,
went
no.
for
Go
Michigan and Colorado first because they have like the most lenient
Right.
Oh, dude.
of the gaming regulations. They're like the only states you can actually bet on like the Oscars and stuff.
Okay.
Like in Nevada, you can't because they said like at least somebody knows what's in that envelope. So if
Right.
any one person knows, you're not allowed to bet on it in Nevada.
Oh, okay.
I wonder how Jersey's gaming.
I don't know, but it's funny we talk about this because my buddy Rafi, who you guys know,
Yeah.
he comes to my house. We watch the pay-per-views together, and
Right.
the last couple of shows that he's come over, he starts screaming at the TV because FanDuel
Yeah.
apparently does some betting on wrestling as well.
They do, but it's like free to play,
Right.
and you get like
You get
their
credit.
dollars.
Correct.
And
But
to
it's
be able to bet on something.
but it's
Yeah.
so funny to
Yeah.
watch him because to listen to him because as we're watching the matches,
Right, right.
oh, this happened. Oh, crap, this happened. Oh, man, FanDuel got me again. Oh, my. But it is a free betting thing. Absolutely.
Okay.
But
But he
that's
gets hyped up about
but we
it.
have fun with it. But I
Okay.
think that's the starting point of taking that free betting, so to speak. And now they're trying to take it up a notch. I don't want to see it happen. I'm kind of torn on it. I understand why they want to do it. Betting brings in a ton of money for all these companies with all the regular.
Where's the gaming money going to go to? What's it going to be used
It goes to the
for?
company.
Well,
It's not going to go to
no,
the state. It's
no,
not a
no.
state. It's not a state betting thing.
Unless the state gets support, they want to come and maybe you can clarify this.
it's not the lottery. It doesn't come.
No,
from the
no.
state.
A gaming issue comes in.
Mhm.
They start betting on it.
Mhm.
Can the state we'll allow you to do it, but we want this certain portion of the money.
If they don't do it to the NFL, NHL,
Right.
NBA, MLB, they're going to do it to
The
wrestling.
major sports organizations, they're making money for the betting organizations, FanDuel's and
But the state's not getting any of the money.
no, it's no different than any company I would think moving into a state who
I'm
makes
just-
revenue. They're going to
just
get paid
asking.
like the company moving into Nevada, they're going to pay state taxes and stuff
Right.
or corporate taxes.
Right.
But wherever the base company is for the FanDuel's and
Okay.
those, that's where that money's going.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
could it be asked? So if you want to do this in Nevada, we are going to ask for 1% of gross revenue to come to the state. Sure, they can ask.
Yeah.
I doubt it would ever happen.
Okay.
If it were to happen, man, where's that $1 billion going to go every year? I mean, that's it's not going to go where it should go. But
I'm
yeah,
just
no,
asking,
absolutely. No,
you know.
listen, I wish they would. I wish they would do something like that, but I don't think that's not going to have a state impact. Here you're talking about states allowing it. Maybe the states are getting a little something if they're allowing it, but
Yeah.
still, I'm kind of mixed about it with wrestling. I mean, we all can predict storylines. We can, like here, we're talking about something that's going to happen in 3 weeks. We've come up with 6 or 7 different scenarios.
Yes.
You're betting on football. You don't know what's going to happen. I know you get all the information from the Sharks out here in Vegas that place all the odds. I get all of that, but still, you don't know. Here, Purdy gets hurt in the game, right?
Who?
For
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, the quarterback, he gets
Oh,
hurt
for
in
the
first
40
throw.
yeah.
You don't know that going into the game, and so your betting now is just like, well, here's what I hope's going to happen, and good luck.
Hey,
I don't see that really happening successfully.
can
in
we
wrestling.
go off wrestling for a minute?
Sure.
I read an article yesterday. They're talking about Garrett Polis going to Tampa Bay.
Oh,
Right.
Garoppolo?
Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, Garoppolo. And then in the article, it said that the 49ers may talk to Brady and see if Brady will come out of retirement, quarterback him. I don't think, and this is just me, I don't think the 49ers need Brady.
No,
I-
we definitely don't.
I
need him.
think they have, and it was proven that they have 3 young quarterbacks.
But two.
Well, they had,
Brock Purdy and Trey Lance.
but didn't San
And
Francisco.
Garoppolo, technically.
But didn't, oh, that's right, Garoppolo. No, so you got, you got 2 young quarterbacks who I feel can quarterback the 49ers. The 49ers don't need Brady.
All I know is if
my
the,
opinion.
the Raiders actually want me to make them of a fan, sign Jimmy Garoppolo, and I'll think about it.
I just looked at, and I know we're off kill.
That's
now.
okay.
I saw
Thoughts count anywhere.
I saw yesterday, I was talking to my buddy over in Albuquerque, and they had up the first round draft, mock draft, right? It showed the Ravens, 3 out of the 4 guys picking quarterbacks for the Raiders in the first round. Now, fans, I could care less. Okay. I think the Raiders should have stayed in Oakland and we should have built our own team from the ground up.
Send your comments. To
Oh, I
Keith.
don't care. Hell yeah.
I'm just
Send them to me. Call me on the phone. I'm being honest
No,
with
absolutely. No, I
you.
get you.
I'm the same way with the Athletics. Keep them in fucking Oakland.
Well, I'm going to say this about the Athletics because
What?
we talked to, at least I did. I don't know if you guys, I'm not going to say his name, but at Samstown, the gentleman who was very instrumental in getting the Raiders here
Yes.
is in the middle of that issue with the Raiders.
Negotiation.
It seems that the direction the A's will not be relocating here and that Las Vegas is looking to get an expansion team.
And that's what should have happened in the NFL also. Build our own team. Then you root with them. If they lose,
Well, look what happened with the Knights.
Exactly.
You know, absolutely.
Okay. You don't just because a team doesn't have a good season, you don't give up on
No,
them.
absolutely not. Otherwise,
So
you'd
we
have no
got-
Jets fans, Mets fans.
So we got the Raiders garbage from Oakland here in Las Vegas now. We should have built our own team. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
that's it. Totally fine. Listen, as a Giants
Am I
fan,
wrong?
No,
As
I
a
don't want to
Gi-
go too far down the football rabbit hole.
right.
But did you guys watch the combine at all?
I
A
missed-
little
I
bit.
missed
There's
it.
a defensive end from
Did you see?
Alabama that can run a 4.2,
Yep.
which is faster than literally every wide receiver and quarterback in the NFL.
When I was in high school and played ball, I
Good luck.
actually ran the 40 at 4.4.
He
Now it's 4 days and 4 minutes.
he plays the edge, and
Yeah.
that's one of the guy. The other guy out of the four, that's the guy that
How about
he
the kid
said
from Georgia?
that he said that they should draft is
Yeah.
the edge guy
Then
from
you have
Alabama.
the defensive lineman out of Georgia who got arrested just before the combine as well, who was a high
Yeah.
pick. Anyway, we're at the top of the hour.
Hello
Number
there.
one.
How come
So,
I can't see myself? What's up with this?
Try a mirror. We're at the end of hour number
Give
one.
me your glasses.
Then I won't be able to see anything. Hour number two, just around the corner. We have so much more to do. A lot of great conversation today.
And we're having fun.
Absolutely. We'd love your thoughts. Give us a call, man. Make sure that the phones work. 702-992-3207. Call us. We'll be right back.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
All right. You mean like right now?
Yeah,
Hi
like
there.
right now. Hey, folks, how we do? This guy behind the board over here.
He gives us no fucking
No,
countdown. It's a shock.
none
It's like,
at
here
all.
we are.
3, 2, 1. You're back on the air.
We got to get him a clock that works.
Freaking jarhead.
Anyway, welcome back to Thoughts
Oh.
Count Anywhere. Hour number two. You know, during the break, we were still talking about the point. We were talking about the 49ers and Brady. And although this is a wrestling show,
And I
that's
got
why Thoughts
educated.
Count Anywhere.
I got educated. I didn't realize that Brady was from San Francisco, but
So-
the two fellas told me that.
But here's
so
the other thing with
there we
Brady.
go.
First of all, if he comes
Go
out of
ahead. Go
retirement,
ahead.
this will be the second time he'll
Second
come
time.
out.
Yeah.
Third time, he will. I believe it will hurt his legacy. He's making a mockery of this at this point. But Chiefs was talking about how the two quarterbacks, Lance and Purdy, are there. They're young. They're capable. Absolutely. But imagine if you did have a chance to sign Brady for just 1 year, and those two gentlemen are behind Brady on the bench waiting for their turn. Imagine what they could learn for 1 year, one season, watching Brady on their team, and then, then they do their thing after being tutored by Brady for a year, because neither one of them have really played a whole lot anyway. Obviously, Purdy got in as the third string, Mr. Irrelevant. He was the last pick.
49ers are pretty rich. They have.
You mean monetarily? Sure. Well, we don't know that
Uh,
because it depends on cap space and all the budgets with the
All
team.
right.
But
Well,
they are successful franchise.
aside from that,
Yes.
Aside, you like that? Aside from
Aside.
Yeah.
That's even 3 words.
Bring Mr. Brady in
Mhm.
as the quarterback's coach and let him coach them
I don't know if
from
he's
the
ready.
sidelines.
I don't know if he's ready to be a coach yet.
No,
I already got one of
I
them.
mean,
As a fan of the 49ers.
I mean, I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, no. Look,
know?
listen. Look at what Sean Payton's doing in Denver. He hired 2 players that played in the NFL last year.
Did you see who they're going after?
Who?
Peyton's going after now.
Who?
He wants the tight end.
From 49ers?
No, from New Orleans.
I can't. I don't know
Big-
who that is.
I
know who that
forget
is.
his name. Big tall guy.
But Peyton just hired two guys. One was the quarterback for the Giants from last year who was behind Jones.
Eli Manning. Oh,
I wish. David Webb is his last name. I'm blanking on his first
right,
name.
right.
And they just hired a special teams coach.
Okay,
I forgot from what team.
that's okay.
But these guys just walked off the field last year, and now they're coaching.
I'll say your quarter half-timers kicked in.
What's in my? I got the other quarter. Thanks. Sometimers. So
No,
listen.
half-timers.
So as a 49ers fan, and then we'll get back to our
Yeah,
luncheon. Would you like to see Brady quarter there for 1 year next year? If the season those guys, or you know what, let them fight it out. First of all, Purdy's out for 6 months. He just had surgery on his ulnar nerve.
Yeah, yesterday.
So he's out 6 months minimum. So you're talking September before he can even think about tossing the ball. That leaves one active quarterback right now, and that's Lance.
Trey Lance.
Right?
Who
Would you see Brady? Could you, as a 49ers fan, would you be happy to see Brady there at least for 1 year?
It would be interesting, but I think if the 49ers were to win the Super Bowl with Brady, it would kind of feel like
taken away?
it wouldn't feel as special because you feel like you almost bought the Super Bowl.
Do you think he bought the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay
Yeah,
when he left the
Kinda.
Niners?
yeah,
No, I'm just
yeah.
asking.
I do.
Not really, but like
I do.
they signed a couple of good people like there, and then he went in.
Right.
So like they kind of like build a team around him real
Mhm.
quick, and then they just won it real
Yeah.
fast. But
What I
the
what,
49ers already got a killer team. So.
Right.
what I was going to say is,
Mhm.
I wonder what quarterbacks or free agents that are out on the market right now that
There aren't many left.
they
Derek Carr just signed. He was the biggest one.
He signed with the Saints. Geno Smith re-signed with Seattle.
makes sense.
Um,
He had a great. That was my fantasy quarterback.
Was it?
Carried me all the
I
way.
was going to say he did you good last year.
carried me all the way to the championship. Me and
Does
Mr.
Aaron
Ball.
Rodgers go to the Jets? I mean, that's the hot topic over the last couple of days
You
ever since
know,
he came out of the darkness.
I'm gonna comment. As I said to a friend of mine the other day about the quarterback in Green Bay,
Mhm.
if he can't figure out if he wants to, it's very simple. Yes, I want to go. No, I don't want to go. If he can't figure that out, and I was the owner of a team, I wouldn't want him as my quarterback because if he can't make that decision, how the hell is he going to make a decision on the field?
You know what, though? He made a commitment last year when they signed him to a 3-year, $150 million contract, whatever the number was.
Okay.
He agreed to playing 3 years via contract because now the last couple of years, I think we all admit, he's been playing this diva role pretty well.
Did he have?
But he signed a contract.
Did he have an opt-out clause?
No,
It
not
was-
that I know of. I shouldn't say no. But he signed the contract committing to the Packers for 3 years. His only choice at this point should be
The Packers
retire
or
the Packers. Being trade, he's holding two teams hostage because you know what? The Jets should have signed Carr.
Yeah.
Now, I think he'll have an easier road to the playoffs and stuff through the NFC because that
for sure.
conference he's in, he should do okay down there.
The
Say-
black and blue. Who you talking about? Carr?
Yeah, going with the Saints versus staying in the AFC.
Yes.
Which he knows he would have to see Mahomes and Josh Allen, all these other great quarterbacks. Otherwise, the Jets should have signed Carr, but they've been waiting on Rodgers, and I don't want to see Rodgers go. I didn't want to see him come here because you're betting the mortgage for 1 or 2 years, and then what? You're going to give up all this draft stock, and then what's going to happen in 3 years? You're losing all this
The
potential.
49ers did that last year.
Right, exactly.
We got Christian
Anyway.
McCaffrey. They gave up the first round, second round, third round,
Right.
and fourth round.
So how are you going to rebuild? It's hard right now. But look what the Bears did. The Bears traded away the number 1 pick to the Panthers. They have something like 11 picks in this draft now.
Yeah.
11. That is either the offense or defensive side of the ball. Same number of players.
Yeah.
So draft stock is really the only way you're going to build and rebuild and sustain long term.
There's some good quarterbacks out there.
Give us what names are still out there.
Hold on, let me put the cheaters on.
Aaron Rodgers.
Jacoby Brissett.
He's nothing.
Andy Dalton.
He's nothing.
Cam
he should
Newton.
retire.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton's still out there.
Nothing.
He didn't play last
Case
year.
Keenum.
Retire.
Josh Johnson.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Chase Daniels.
Nope.
Matt Flynn.
Nope.
Tyler Bray.
Nope.
Joe Webb.
Nope. You're talking all second, third string quarterbacks.
Josh McCown.
No.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah. They're all available.
He was
I
like
understand
the
that.
4th-string
I
quarterback
was gonna
for
say,
the
but
49ers.
right.
When-
They're
They're
all
second,
available.
but they're second and third string
but
quarterbacks.
I
None
just
of, no, you're
I
right.
just wanted to bring up who
absolutely.
was available.
But nobody would sign them thinking that they're going to go to the Super Bowl. Those
And
quarterbacks.
wrestling-wise, Barry Horowitz is a free agent, and so is Doink the Clown.
Hey,
And
all right, let's
Brooklyn
get back to
Brawlers.
hey, I love her. You know what though? We had a good.
The Brooklyn Brawlers should main event WrestleMania.
We had a
And
good.
look, here's one to know an impact.
We had a good conversation.
No, absolutely.
You know, I think it was. I think we need to do that. Once
Speaking
in a
of
while.
conversation,
Hey, what about the freaking Yankees pitching staff?
every year they go through this.
What did I
flipping year.
send you?
I know.
Huh?
Every year they go through this. All right.
Unbelievable.
I want to know your guys' thought on
Talk to
Cena
me.
and Theories, the promo from Raw last week.
That was awesome.
Obviously, vintage Cena, as they all like to say behind the commentary desk.
Yeah.
Many people, there was no producer for that segment. Nobody told Cena what to do. It was all on Cena and Theory, apparently. People believe that buried Theory. Now, if it buried Theory, how does that help him going into WrestleMania for the match again with these two? Does it help him? It's got to, because it's going to make it look like the underdog story, I would presume, right?
Yeah.
Cena buried him. You're not worth anything. So that's how, and then Theory beats him, and that's how he gets over? Matt, I don't know.
I think Theory wins at WrestleMania because it wouldn't really make. If Cena's like in the middle of filming a movie right now, and they don't even know how often he's going to be able to show up to promote the match on Raw, so it's basically on Theory at this point to hype up his own match. Which is kind of crazy if you look at like old like videos of Theory before he was even signed with WWE. He said his goal is to get to John Cena.
Yeah.
Which is like literally like his childhood hero. Which is kind of crazy to like think about. Like you go from this guy's my childhood hero to you're verbally going at it with them in the middle of the ring on national television.
You know,
But I think Theory's gonna win.
I watched.
He has to at this point.
You know, I watched a segment on Raw, and I have to tell you, I think Theory needs to go back to learn mic skills in front of a live audience 1.0, because I don't disagree. Cena buried him. And
Theory's good on the mic. It's just hard to keep up with Cena. Cena's on like Cena and The Miz and like a couple other people are like so far above everybody in promo skills that
you know, I don't just, you know, come on, let's face it. Theory's got to win that match. He has to.
It's for the title, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
And
the
you're not
United
gonna-
States title.
Yeah, and you're not going to see Cena running around with the title. He can't do what he did in the past.
No.
So,
Unless he's going to pull a Brock Lesnar and take 6 months off.
I don't see that
and-
being Cena.
and wrestling for, you know.
I don't think that's not Cena's arsenal to do that. Now, he got a great pop. I was looking at the Cena.
Oh, yeah,
because it was in
yeah.
Boston. It was in
Yes.
his hometown.
Yeah.
But the TV ratings did not show as big a boost as everybody was hoping for by having Cena on that show in
Is
his
it-
hometown.
Let me,
You know,
let me ask you: is it a big match that's going to be at WrestleMania? John Cena and Austin.
Well, in scope
Theory?
of everything else at that event,
Is
no,
it
it's
going to
not.
be the
No.
headliner?
No.
It's going to be a mid-card match
At best. But it's Cena coming into his home city.
Oh yeah, for
That's
for
what I mean.
that.
So they expected, just because Cena's going to be on TV in
I
Boston,
got you.
they expected ratings to blow up.
My
They
apologies.
went, no.
I
that's
got
fine.
you. I got you.
It went up, but not nearly what they expected with Cena in
expected.
Boston. So
yeah.
And you know what? Let me ask this question: Is Cena that big of a draw anymore?
I think periodically like this, yes,
Okay.
because they're using him as an attraction to put others over.
Okay.
Okay. Now, could this be his final one? Will we see him at all next year? Maybe one more time. Who knows? But I think we all agree that Cena's done. He's not a full-time wrestler.
No.
As much as he loves WWE and everything else. And I watched the biography story between him and The Rock last week. And you know, Cena talking to Rock about being a part-timer, and you said you would never leave and everything else. Well, roles are reversed now, because Cena now has a very successful out of wrestling career with the Peacemaker, and he fills in on the Today Show and all the commercials. He doesn't need wrestling, but they're signing him as an attraction to help people put over. help put
Speaking of
people over.
commercials, thank you, John.
It's almost
I
almost.
I think he'll still do the Make-A-Wish things also.
Oh, absolutely. He'll be a
You know,
huge
and
ambassador still.
He's one of the best at that.
Doesn't he hold a record for most wishes
I
granted or
believe,
something?
I believe so.
So I don't think that's going to stop whether he walks in his wrestling gear or
He
he
still
walks,
does it now. He just brings kids to the movie sets.
Yeah, could you imagine that they're following the Peacemaker and he brings them to the TV sets, movie sets for that show?
Yeah, they've actually done it. They brought like 30 or 40 kids to the
Wow.
Peacemaker set, and he came out as Peacemaker.
Yeah. He's in that aspect, people like that that give back.
Yep.
I'm totally thank you.
I think
Thank
Titus
you, thank you,
O'Neil
thank you.
is right now recognized as one of the best WWE ambassadors
Yes.
instead of being remembered for tripping and falling under the ring for that
Yes.
Royal Rumble match.
I still remember from
you know who else too?
Who's that?
Charlotte Flair.
But she doesn't get as much publicity
No,
doing it as the others do.
She keeps
Right. She keeps it
a
under
low
the table.
profile.
Ronald mentioned something about Brady, which we didn't even talk about, and I don't mean to keep going back to that, but it's been such a good topic. We all forget that a year ago, before he played that last year, he signed like a huge hundreds of $1 million contract to do commentary for Fox Sports. And he has that to go to.
They said he's going 2024.
So what is he
He's
going to
taking
do?
a year off.
Okay, that's what he says. Ronald, about Cena coming on, is he still a draw? Ronald says yes, because he's bringing more eyes onto wrestling from mainstream. And that for
they
sure.
didn't go up as high as they thought, but
Right.
they still went up like a decent
absolutely.
amount.
Absolutely.
Hey, Ronald, I got one comment for you. Bring Gary Galaxy back. There you go. There's the Chief's comment to you.
We got- you know what?
today. And you can tell him the Chief said so.
We should schedule Gary to come on the show
My man.
via video link up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Him and Ronald,
yeah, absolutely.
the
All right.
dynamic duo.
The dynamic duo. All right, I know we have a ton up here on the WWE
Where
report.
we want to go?
Let's go to the backside of the list. We'll pepper in some other topics from some of the
Do I
other.
need to turn around if we're going to the backside?
Just keep turning around. Wardlow's rental car was broken into, and his gear and
Oh,
the
no.
TNT Championship were taken out of the rental car. I hope he bought the extra
Where the
insurance.
hell's that at?
Second,
Under AEW.
Okay, I got it.
right there. You obviously don't have. The
I
right
thought somebody
shoes on.
actually like took his gear and the belt and stuff, but
Right.
apparently it was storyline because
Oh,
now on Dynamite they're saying they're going to reveal who broke into his car,
Right.
which I can guarantee was QT Marshall
Mhm.
of
for
course.
some dumb reason. I
Of
cannot
course.
believe I was fine with Powerhouse Hobbs winning the TNT title.
Right.
He deserves it, but really QT Marshall?
They don't have anybody any better.
They have a ton of people.
I'm just saying. Where's Rusev? Oh,
I
you
want
know-
him back. I want to see. We got to do a hashtag something.
Where's Miro?
Where's Miro?
Where's Miro? Thank you,
Yeah.
Miro. I didn't mean
no.
Rusev.
I know who you meant though.
But
yeah.
you know what? Here's another
Like
one.
Fandango.
Here's another one. Yeah, Mr. Dirty. Where's Shinsuke?
Yeah.
He hasn't been around either.
Thank you.
Not since he had that match in Japan.
We were talking about
yeah.
it before the show started. So there's two right there that, they definitely get pops in the crowd.
Absolutely.
Is that the right
Yeah.
way I should put it?
I remember when he debuted and Shinsuke and was it
And
WrestleMania?
with the violin?
And they had the
Yeah.
live violinist
Yeah,
there.
buddy.
Man, that I had goosebumps for days
Yeah.
watching that entrance, the theatrics behind you. We talk about the Undertaker when you hear the gong, but that first rip of the violin when you know it's Shinsuke, man, if you just don't get in, I mean, look what his
Exactly.
name, Pat McAfee used to do. He used to jump on the table to get into his
That used to be
entrance.
so awesome.
right.
Yeah.
So I would love to know where he is.
There was still nothing crazier than the Undertaker's entrance live.
Oh, I'm sure that seeing it live is out of this world. Which, by the way, SmackDown March 24th is coming into town, and isn't that when the Undertaker's doing his
Yeah.
one-man show for
10 o'clock at
like $1
10
million
o'clock at night.
ticket
I'm in bed by
after
then,
Smack?
man.
Isn't he doing it after SmackDown? Right?
Yeah, but SmackDown will be over.
Oh
by,
yeah. Of
by
course.
7.
Yep. And
7:30 at the latest. And
if anybody has tickets for that and you end up going, I want you to call in after the show and tell us about it.
I'm going. Oh,
Are you
which
go-
show? The
to
Undertaker,
the Undertaker show.
No, I'm not going. Shit, I'll be in bed by then, man. No.
And Ronald, thank you for putting that in there.
What did he put in?
Savannah
there, man?
Bananas.
Yeah.
So here's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. We with Ronald's help of making the introduction with their director of marketing down there.
Yep.
I just want to let you all. Okay, Brandy, do so.
She leaving?
We have dates. We know what she's going to try to call in. We have dates set.
Yes.
We are waiting for. We're going to discuss time.
Yes.
I will have to say, unless something drastic happens, it may end up being a pre-recorded segment with the Savannah. I have Chiefs.
Hold on.
Yeah, give it back to me.
Savannah Bananas.
So thank you to.
You're welcome.
Brandy's going to both. Oh, so Brandy's going to call in regarding the Undertaker show. Oh, great.
Yeah,
well,
Brandy. I'm going to.
Well, you're on a SmackDown.
I'm going to SmackDown.
But
with
she's
Brandy.
but then she's going to the Undertaker show.
Well, yeah.
She says she's going to both.
She didn't ask me if I wanted to.
She didn't ask any of us.
No, she just.
I love her. I hug her. We kiss her. We get her on the show.
Sister just did it on her own. I love you though, and I didn't even tell Mom. So
better yet, maybe after that show we'll have Brandy come in and tell us about it live.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Anyway, we'll get anyway.
Maybe her and Heather and David.
FTR returns to AEW at Revolution.
Talk to me.
FTR, I think FTR returned to Revolution.
When do they win the belts? The earliest possible date they can, folks. Take it from the chief. I'm telling you now. There you go.
There you go.
They're definitely going to be the one to beat the Guns. Probably. I don't know if they'll make him even wait till Double or nothing. It might be on like a random Dynamite or something.
Do they have a big show coming up before before Double or Nothing out here? They got one more big show, I think.
There's no pay-per-views until then, but they always do
isn't?
like those TV specials, like
that's
Battle for the Belt.
Yeah,
or...
yeah.
AEW, we yell at WWE for cross promotion, like the Mountain Dew pitch black match and all that other stuff.
The what?
When
did I miss something?
No, at WWE does cross promotions, right? When they had the Mountain Dew soda match at that pay-per-view with Bray Wyatt and LA Knight.
Oh yeah,
with branding, right?
Yeah.
So AEW renames the All Atlantic Championship to the International Championship. Orange Cassidy will defend against Jeff Jarrett next week. Reports say they changed the name of the belt and the request of Warner to cross promote the new Shazam movie. I wonder how much you're getting paid for that.
There's only one belt, okay, in my mind, and that is the Intercontinental belt. That's the only belt. So they can do what they want. They can call it what they want. In professional wrestling, there's one belt, the Intercontinental Championship belt. That's it, in my opinion.
But that's fair.
So they can do what the hell they want.
I'm just talking. I just want to highlight the cross promotion.
That's
here.
okay. No problem. I got what you're saying.
What's your thoughts on it? What?
There should only be one belt, and that's Triple B, MJF's belt, and he needs to do a cross promotion with Aquafina.
Who the fuck is
or whatever the newest tequila brand is. No, he needs to do a cross promotion
with the Rocks tequila
with
Terramana.
It's a name brand of water.
No, you need to.
He needs to do a cross promotion with Terramana.
You need to talk English so I can understand you. Aquafina. What the? Who cares?
Brands of water.
Who cares?
That actually went on there, but
here. I got a bottle of water here. He can do it with that bottle of water.
How do we know that's not tequila?
No name.
You don't know about John's water in this place.
No name. I brought this from my home.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Then
what it is.
Then we know it's fine.
I know what it is.
Because sometimes he's got a special stock. I think back.
What'd you say? It's vodka.
No. How do we know it's not vodka?
It's not.
Because I didn't know you brought the bottle. I thought that was from John.
Because I've been clean for years.
No. I know that.
No.
I thought it was John's.
Hold on.
Here we go.
No. I thought it was
I got it right now.
I've been going on a joke.
I've been clean 40 years. That is pure water, folks. So any disclaimers, send them to Aaron Hour, care of WWDB-TV, here in the heart of
I thought you got that from John. I thought you got that from John's
Vegas,
studio.
Nevada.
John's reaching in. He wants the bottle back.
No, hell no.
I want to taste it.
You get the hell out of here. You go taste your own water.
Well, that's what.
You damn right I took
That's
it
what I
off.
thought I thought that was John Stott.
You could pull the label out of the garbage can and look at it. You guys.
All right, let's
you
move
ain't
on.
getting
I was
me.
not
Forget it.
trying to.
You got sunk, just like.
I was trying to throw shade at John.
He got sunk just like.
I
Cena
was
did
trying to throw
Theory.
shade at John, not you.
In the basket.
You didn't even let me have the shade.
Hey,
Control the mics.
hey. Guess what?
I can yell louder.
Guess what?
What?
He ain't gonna be here next week.
True.
We'll talk about Johnny Knoxville all out.
Oh, you're gonna have that. I'm not here. You can talk about. You can call it the Johnny Knoxville show, as far as I'm concerned. But your shirt, though, is very important because the next topic we're going to talk about. Mark Briscoe announced on Rampage that a Reach for the Sky ladder match will take place in Supercard of honor to decide the fate of the ROH Tag Team Championship.
The first ones announced were JTR. That's who he announced last night were the first contestants to be in the match.
What are they doing? How many teams? 3 or 4? Four. Fatal 4-way ladder match. Basically.
And you know, or no, wait a minute, I'm wrong. Hold it. See, you guys got me. You guys got me so.
Wait, admit that?
You guys got me so, so screwed up. It's going to be Ray Phoenix and
Pentagon.
Pentagon are the first ones that were announced.
Well, that's great. It should be a great match. Yeah. So that's great.
But I would have thought that they were going to go after the 6-man belts.
Oh, they got they're a little busy.
Ray and Penta and
House of Black's
and
kind of
Mark.
busy with like 2 other teams at the moment.
Exactly.
So the Lucha Brothers got to do. They're like too talented to be wasted in catering.
Hey, we know a lot of. You just brought in another name, Miro. There's another one that's.
Oh no! If you got to pick between Miro and the Lucha Brothers, that's not really a pick.
I was going to say. All right, last
Go have
topic
fun with Lana, buddy.
Last topic here on the AEW report before we go to our break of the second
break.
Yeah, we have to.
Oh, okay.
I got to pay the bills.
I'm just asking.
Matt Hardy claims AEW has watered down his gimmick, and he also believes we haven't seen the last of Jeff Hardy in AEW.
They definitely watered down his gimmick if he was trying to do the whole broken Matt Hardy thing to begin with.
Right.
I think if he wants to do the real like broken Matt Hardy thing, he's got to go to Impact because they're the ones that gave him like creative freedom to literally do like what he wanted. And that was like really entertaining in Impact. And he tried to do the same thing in AEW and WWE. WWE was like, hell no, you're going to do it our way, which that ended real flat. And then the same thing in AEW is he's been regulated to like AEW Dark with people he doesn't even like.
I think Jeff needs to come back to restart Matt's career. I think that they have put the kibosh on him. You like that one?
Kibosh, it's very good.
Yeah, it's almost like pierogies. Anyway.
Thank you, Dave LaGreca.
You're welcome. My buddy. Anyway, no, I think Jeff's got to come back to help Matt's career get restarted. But, here again is the delete era a thing of the past.
It's looking that way.
It may not matter. Yeah, I mean, that gimmick may be time for deletion. All right, with that, we're going to step aside for our break at the second hour. We have so much more to talk about. We even have to try to sneak in some birthdays before the show is up. We only have about 30 some odd minutes left. We got a lot to do. Don't go anywhere. Thoughts Count Anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
Hi, I'm George Miklos.
Hi, I'm Rick Upchurch.
Hi, I'm Aaron Phillips, and we are
The Round Table. Check us out.
Thursdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Time Live.
On Facebook page as well as WWDB-TV. Are you looking for someone to provide training to your staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas, and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs.
Hey, welcome back. Thoughts Count Anywhere. You know, as I'm looking at us in the screen there, we're using these new fancy ear mics so that we save a little room on the desk.
I like them.
And I'm seeing the cord on us. It's like what the old time newscasters, they used to have that big piece in their ear and the cord was always hanging in front of them.
Right.
So I kind of feel like a little throwback. So
That's okay.
No,
Put it behind you.
I tried to, but
I
it
don't
slipped
have
back.
I don't have a clip on my thing to put it behind me, sir.
No, he's talking about just the cord.
No, I ain't putting it behind me.
Anyway, you guys want to talk about Revolution? You want to go back over some
Who the
Impact?
hell's spitting his Wheaties this week?
I don't know. It's his Wheaties. This
Oh.
is his place.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do? You want to go to
Whatever.
Revolution, Impact stuff, or go back to WWE? What do you want to do? Let's do it this way. The sheet's wide open. Let's pick some stuff.
My selections
Yes.
for that pay-per-view,
right?
I didn't do too damn good. I went 4-3, I think.
So Ronald posted the results. You and I tied for six.
I said 500%. That's
You and I win 6-2. We did the best.
8-2.
Yeah,
That's
8-2.
10 matches.
Oh, okay. Whatever it was. He posted.
We
the
would have done
results.
pretty good if betting was legal.
Bring it in. You know what will happen? They'll start that. We'll go like 1-9. Our picks will go the other way.
Hey, it's all good. So where we want to go?
I don't know. I thought you were gonna. You want to do Revolution results? I think you want to. Let's talk about the Iron Man match. I think of everything there, that's got to be a main topic of
MJF and
discussion.
Danielson. MJF and Danielson.
Yeah.
It was a good, great match.
Many people are talking about it as match of the
Great
year.
match. You know, even though, and I'll say it this way, even though I bashed
We can take
MJF,
over now. John's in the toilet.
hey folks, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's so freaking senile. It's not funny. You talk about me with 3/4 Halfheimers. He's full Halfheimers, man.
If this ain't calling the kettle black, I don't know what is.
Exactly.
All right, let's get to it. So people are calling that Iron Man match almost like a match of the year.
Hey,
What was that big?
I have to tell you, and I browbeat MJF
Mm-hmm.
and straight up, but in ring, I was thoroughly impressed how well he did up to the point of when he pulled the freaking ring out and tried to use the ring. Up to that point, that was, I'll say, one of the best matches I've seen in the last 5 years.
Nice.
And I mean that.
Mhm.
He really.
Well, he's young. He's like
real-
25,
He's
isn't he?
24.
24,
He really
25.
impressed me.
He proved all the haters wrong for sure. Everyone is like, "Oh, he can't hang in the ring for that long.
Right.
There's no way."
And that was our
Thank you.
discussion. At least I know I said that.
I did too.
Yeah.
You guys both said he could hang. I was like, "He'll hang. He'll be fine."
I think my words were, he'll blow up.
Right. I know. I said that also.
He didn't blow up.
No, he didn't.
No.
He didn't.
No.
He won it at the last second. Battered,
Even went
bloody,
into
both of them.
overtime.
Right. Exactly. So now the aftermath is, I'm sure you guys saw Daniel Bryan's promo from the back.
He's going to go home.
He does, I did this for this was my career. Now, he obviously, that kind of promo sounds like he's going to retire and step away for a while.
I think.
See, double or nothing.
I think he's going to go to ROH.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
That's where he started.
Right.
That's where he wants to finish.
Oh, yeah, okay. I never thought of that, and that makes sense. But let's go back to MJF now after a match like this.
Yes, sir.
Listening to our other favorite 1 million show on the list,
Yes, sir.
they were talking about who could be next for
For
MJF. And there's only one name that kept coming up because of things that MJF was saying along the way, that he's the best in the world.
No.
Which, of course, brings the name of CM Punk up. That's the name that has been talked about a couple of times this week. So forget Punk.
It has?
On Busted Open. They've been talking about that one. But here's the thing. Who could be next? Because you got to think, going up against Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, I'll just remember him as how I choose to, takes his game way up the ladder. You got to agree with that, right? So it's almost like, in my mind, anybody else he faces next is almost kind of bringing him down in a way. So who could he go against to keep him up to that high level? Now, he broke the glass ceiling, I think, with this match. Who's next? Who could he go against with that would have such great intensity or as great a feud.
There is one face out there that hasn't wrestled since he came back yet.
Adam Cole?
Adam Cole, baby.
Okay. I think you threw that
They
up
would
last
put
week.
on a banger of a match,
Okay.
too.
I think
is that a take my money match?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you mentioned that last week.
The one I think who hasn't got just due with MJF would be Wardlow.
Yeah.
What MJF put Wardlow through.
From the past storyline, I think obviously them meeting
That would
make sense.
With Wardlow having a belt and MJF having a belt.
But Wardlow doesn't have the belt anymore, right? Is that the belt?
Wardlow lost it.
Right, he just lost it, so he doesn't have a belt anymore. But
that's right.
Being his body, right? But being his bodyguard, that still leaves that internal story that's still there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So do they chase that one now that he dropped that belt so quickly? He only had it for like a week, didn't he?
But
he didn't have it for a long time.
But let me ask you this, fellas: do you really see Punk coming back?
No.
Brandy says it would be a take my money match.
Punk and
yeah.
Punk.
No. Cole and
Oh
Cole
yeah,
and
because her little puppy that we met in here.
Yeah.
His name is Cole.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah.
For Adam Cole.
For Adam
Right,
Cole.
right.
Oh yeah.
Ronald says Wardlow or Darby Allin.
Darby Allin would be a good one, too. But they've gone against each other multiple times.
Who could it be? That's
Adam Cole. It's Adam.
I think that would make a lot of sense.
I like Adam Cole. I think that makes sense. Let me throw one more name out there.
Bully likes that one too, and I'll tell you why after.
Let me throw one more name
Bully
out
right
there.
Just to piss off, I can just imagine the MJF promos where he tries to go after Britt Baker.
That's it
too.
right there. Start flirting with Britt a little bit. That was exactly the angle Bully Ray was talking about.
I didn't even watch it. That was just,
Let me throw one more name out there.
Okay.
Hook.
That'd be the most boring thing ever put on
Might also
television.
be too early for Hook to be into that level. Would that obviously that kind of match you do more for Hook than would MJF? Yeah.
What about Jungle Boy?
He just
Boring.
beat Christian.
Boring.
I think they have to elevate him a little more, but he just beat Christian after that whole.
Jungle Boy in the ring, good. Promo work, he's complete trash.
But
pair him up with somebody who could talk for him.
But I don't disagree with you that
Look on the mic, trash.
Adam Cole makes the sense. That just makes the sense. Is Adam Cole.
Brandy says they finished that story last year with Wardlow and MJF when Wardlow destroyed MJF at Double or Nothing. Then AEW dropped the ball with Wardlow.
Yep.
Then Ronald puts in there Lance Archer as a possible opponent. But Cole makes the most sense because he hasn't really wrestled a whole lot since he's back, right?
He hasn't wrestled at all
Right.
yet.
And they turned him a face coming back.
Yeah.
Because obviously they need to build some strong faces for MJF.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Jake and Lance Archer are doing their thing together again. So it would be very interesting to see MJF and Jake in front of the mics.
That would, but they're not
squaring
going to do
off.
heel versus heel either.
And then Jake drops him on his ass, brings a snake out, and pulls a Randy Macho Man Savage on his ass.
I remember that.
Just
But
saying.
Jake, maybe.
But see, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Absolutely.
That's good story.
Well, what if Jake became MJF's mouth?
MJF does
He doesn't need it, really.
He doesn't need a
But-
mouth, but he could use a confidant like a Paul Heyman,
right,
to rein him back in a little bit.
I'm going to really go for Chief for this one.
You know, calm him.
Wait a minute. Can I get a drum roll, please?
Calm him down. Calm him down.
MJF is better on the mic than Jake the Snake Roberts ever was.
Sorry. I think you better.
I'm glad I'm not going to be here next
I
week
think-
because this argument's going to.
I think you better go back and look at Jake's promos.
Oh my God!
And you might want to re-entertain that thought, son.
Let me
And
think
I'll-
about
and I'll
it.
leave-
Yep, MJF is
and
better.
I'll leave it at that because sometimes you blow smoke out your ass and you don't know what you're talking about.
I know what I'm talking about.
And I'll leave it at
You
that.
also say Bruno San
Where
Martino
are
was
we
a great
going?
wrestler.
Where are we going?
There ain't no bigger smoke train than that one.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Right now, I feel like one of the Usos when Sami Zayn breaks him
You're
up.
trying to spin me up. Okay, you're trying to spin me up. I get that. I totally understand. But I'm gonna give you two scenarios. Okay, going to give you two scenarios. You a couple times have laughed in my face. Okay, here on this set. Here's what I'm going to say to you. I've been very quiet. Okay, haven't said anything, but you blew smoke up your ass when you said the 49ers were going to beat the Eagles. It didn't happen. Okay, you're blowing smoke up your ass now where they're saying Roman Reigns is at 1,000 days. He's not at 1,000 days. He's at about 915. When he loses the belt, I'm going to come back in the studio the next Saturday and I'm just going to look at you straight in the face and I'm going to say, well, I'll tell you what, the best of all time is Bruno San Martino because Roman Reigns didn't get near close to the amount of time Bruno held the belt. And I'll just leave it at that.
Well, you can say all that, but like Bruno didn't have the amount of like
where are we
competitors that Roman Reigns has.
He what? You better go back and
922.
look. Go back and look. No, it's 1022. No, 922 days. See, I told. And they're saying 1,000 on the show. It ain't even 1,000. But you better go back and look and see who Bruno wrestled in Madison Square Garden. I guess
on those couple big matches, yeah. With plumbers and electricians.
Get the fuck out of here.
I love being entertained by my own show.
I guess Dusty Rhodes doesn't count.
How's it feel to be a viewer?
I love it.
He wrestled a bunch of big names, but he also wrestled a bunch of no-namers too.
I guess.
You didn't see Roman Reigns defending the title against like Barry Horowitz in Madison Square Garden.
I guess. Well, no. When Roman Reigns started in the business, he had to come out as a faction with two other guys. He couldn't even do it on his own. Okay, there was three of them.
That are all three better.
So where are you going? Where are you going?
I don't know where you're going.
When the day comes, and I'm telling you, mark the calendar. When the day comes, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna laugh in your face.
Just different areas.
And I'm gonna say, guess what? You don't know what you're talking.
To give it to.
You don't know what you're talking about. So
all right, last topic. One topic before we go to get ready for birthdays.
We got 20 minutes left. We got to stop.
Old school wrestling still sucks.
Dirt sheets have been saying Alexa Bliss is on the hiatus from WWE.
So was it?
But she has responded to these reports saying she was on hiatus for WWE. WWE knows where to find her. So I'll just have my own conversation with you all out there.
Liv Morgan.
Why can't they bring Alexa Bliss back? I don't know why. Why do they keep forgetting about her around WrestleMania season? It's aggravating as hell.
Exactly. Totally agree with
She's on a long hiatus. What does that mean?
Well, that's what they said, but I think they just have nothing for her. They said go home.
Well, that's what she says. It isn't a hiatus, and WWE knows where
I think because WrestleMania is full of chief picks for the top people of 2023, the big prospects this year of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair taking up room at WrestleMania.
Did they say to her,
I'm going to come sit over there with you to watch this?
Like they did with Vicky Guerrero? Just go home.
I don't know. Everyone said she's on the hiatus, but she went on Twitter and said they know where to find me.
Right. That's part of that.
So they basically told her to go home because
John thinks she's pregnant.
When's her contract up?
I don't know.
John thinks she's pregnant. John thinks she's pregnant.
Could be.
John don't know nothing
Who's the
about
father?
wrestling.
Her husband, right?
That'd be right.
All right. Jeez. I love the conversation.
Who was
I really
we just talking about?
Alexa Bliss.
Let me look that shit up.
5 seconds later.
That's all right.
Ooh.
Hey.
Oh,
if you want to be like, if you ever need help like sleeping, just look up the 10 best moves of Bruno San Martino. It is hilarious. And you'll be asleep by move 7.
Speaking of who, the New Day, Kofi Kingston was supposed to be in that match yesterday.
So her
had to be replaced because of a bad wheel that happened.
So her real name is Alexis Cabrera, huh? Cool. I didn't know that. and then she goes by Lexi Cabrera. Then she goes by Alexis Cabrera. Alexis Cabrera Kaufman.
Alexis Kaufman is the one that's most common.
That's
so
her name.
When I asked about who would be father, jokingly, Brandy says, "Matt, you are not the father."
God damn it!
Let's see.
Oh my lordy!
Moving right along.
I'm trying to. I really am.
Well,
So
go ahead.
All right.
will you?
Well, I don't know if you're coming up with something that's important. I don't want to cut
Hold
you
on,
off.
he's not going to find anything important.
What did you? I don't even know what you looked up.
Her contract expires in late 2023, early 2024.
Which means they really don't know. So
Means
it's the end of
they're
this year,
guessing.
right? Who was reporting that? What? Where did you get that? Oh, that's a nice picture. Anyway,
I don't know.
all right, let's go to birthdays.
One of those
Dirt sheets.
Dirt sheets.
You know, like the funniest news I heard all week
What's
was
that?
What's that, brother?
that Cody Rhodes watched Revolution on a pirated stream to watch Ricky Stark's match against Jericho.
I'm more concerned about what pirated streams are.
I don't
So
know
that'll be
where he
interesting.
got it from.
Would Cody? Be,
I didn't think you have to pirate streams anymore.
You think?
Yeah.
Think Cody might be interested? See if they could bring Ricky over to WWE.
Oh, I guarantee as soon as his contract's up, they're making phone calls.
Well, they're already
I
talking
think-
MJF. Who knows, right?
Fuck MJF. I think Ricky starts. I like Ricky. I think he's a good wrestler.
Hey, John, while they're talking, let's bring up birthdays.
Dude, that's
You're so-
out.
They to you.
Happy birthday, courtesy of Pocket Aces.
Happy birthday.
If you're celebrating birthday today, March
Happy
11th,
birthday
right?
to
That is today's date.
March 11th.
Through next Friday, March
There we
17th.
go.
You are all celebrating a birthday with these people today, March 11th. You're celebrating with Gary Wolf and Russ Haas.
Gary Wolf, the Pitbull #1.
March 12th, that is tomorrow. You're celebrating with Hideo Itami, Mae Young, Nunzio, and I forgot how to pronounce it already. What is that? Anarchia?
Anarchia.
There you go. March 13th, Matt Jackson. March 14th, we have Wrath. My new favorite DOA, Santino Morales. Still disappointed we couldn't get him on the show. And Beulah McGillicuddy. March 15th, the Iron Sheik, Jordan Devlin. Might want to cover yours for this one. MJF's birthday, March 16th.
National holiday. Sponsored by Terramana Tequila.
And
Toys R Us.
MJF. That
is great.
You need to. Hey,
Oh, my God.
you need to.
On behalf of Thoughts Count Anywhere, fuck them kids.
You
Mike,
need,
Mike, try.
you need,
Hashtag, what
to,
was in that
you
bottle?
need to do that for commercial.
Oh, my
That
God.
was awesome.
Send out hate mail to Matt at thoughtscountanywhere.com. Fuck them kids. Keep throwing water at them.
That was better than. That was.
On Twitter.
Stop.
At TCA702. I don't
Hey,
care.
stop.
Oh, my God.
Stop.
Next time, hit him in the face, MJF. Get real.
March
You
16th.
want to say that? That's your credible.
Birthday, it's on March 6th.
Henry, I'm glad you asked, John. Henry
Maxwell
O'Godwin,
Jacob
I know.
I don't
No,
agree. With
no, that's the
what-
day before.
I don't agree with just what was said, folks.
The opinions
So,
of those.
So
Can I have my paper back?
Send your cards and letters to.
I'll leave it at that.
There you go. Henry O'Godwin, this is March 16th. Henry O'Godwin, Steve Armstrong, Brett DiBiase.
That was a busy day.
That was. I don't know what
Yeah, I
happened
know.
9 months before
I
that.
don't know. The
Kenny
rest of them, there
Dykstra. I
ain't
know. It's interesting how there are certain days of the year that you just look at and you go, Kenny Dykstra, Mike McGurk, on March 17th, Samoa Joe and Test, and
Yep, here we go. Drum roll.
very special birthday today, Mr. Riley Ratcliffe.
Yes, sir.
Today he is turning, I think, 12.
12 years
Which
old.
in football is a great number. Most quarterbacks wear 12. Isn't that like the most worn number in football history?
I don't know.
Anyway, happy birthday, Riley. You watch
Sounds
out for
good.
this young man because he told me at Samstown he wants to be an engineer. You know what he wants to invent? You ready for this one?
Talk to me.
An invisible sandwich.
An invisible sandwich?
It has no calories.
I'm going to tell you what.
I had fun with him with that all weekend.
I say this all respect. That is one smart young man.
Oh, absolutely. I hope he's
And-
not watching.
And his mom and dad done a great
Sable
job.
and Alfonso.
And grandparents have done
Yep,
a great job. with him.
Absolutely.
But this young man is unbelievable.
You're going to hear
He's 20 at 12 years old.
he is an old soul kid. I will absolutely. You will be hearing more about Riley
Yeah,
real soon
yeah. I'm not.
because I don't know if the family's
I'm
still
no.
because
Let's not.
Alfonso was in there.
Let's not say that.
So Anyway,
We'll just
seriously,
leave it alone.
no. Here's what I did when I
Go
met
ahead.
him. You guys, hopefully, you saw the little video I did with him outside. I
Yeah,
posted it.
yeah.
I listen. This kid, he's gonna. I've dubbed him my protege because he's got a future behind a microphone.
We need more young folks
Absolutely.
like that
Yep.
young man.
Absolutely. He's got a great spirit, great laugh. He takes things in stride. He's not afraid to talk to anybody.
Hey, he's tough at the door too, man.
Oh, well,
you better have the freaking badge on.
Let me
or
tell-
the, what the hell you call
Wristband.
it? The wristband. You didn't have the wristband on. You ain't getting the hell in
So
the
here's
door.
here's a couple of. So Brandy says,
Unless you're Darth Vader.
Riley, and
Yeah.
I took him to task on that, by the way. Riley was a great security guard at the toy show. Thought I was going to get tackled for not having my bracelet on. But the funniest one on Saturday, right? We're in between shows. I'm getting ready for Aaron's Hour.
Mom loved him.
Oh, terrific.
My wife loved him.
So Ross from Impact was walking from where they were signing towards where we were.
Yep.
And I see Riley. I see this from about
He's got
10 yards away.
He's got the eye on him.
He said, excuse me, sir, where's your bracelet? Now, Ross starts smiling a little bit, and I happen to be just getting close. Right? And Ross says something like, I don't have a bracelet. And I said to Riley, Riley, do you know who that man is? And he goes, no, who is it? I said, well, this guy owns the place. So he says, you own Sam's Town? I said, no, it doesn't own Sam's Town, but you know that wrestling thing over there that people are coming in signing and we have all. Yeah, he says, well, he kind of owns that position of doing. He goes, oh, I'm sorry. Come on in. And then the next day when dressed up with, and by the way, courtesy of the LV Avengers, which I think I have a little spot for them ready that's going to air on Aaron's Hour, Darth Vader comes and he's a huge Star Wars fan. He didn't even look twice at Darth Vader. He just kind of waved him in.
Yeah.
I took him to task. I'm like, what is this?
Nope. Come on in.
Yeah. So he's a great kid. So I did tell him because of his interest in
Hey.
doing this. I told him, somewhere down the line, I would love to have you in studio. We'll have some fun in front of the camera. with them.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
hopefully, we'll
It'll
see. But anyway, happy
hopefully-
birthday, Riley.
Hopefully
my
it'll
favorite.
happen down the road.
Down the road.
Right.
Anyway, need to have him tackle. Oh, you know what, Brad? Ronald said. Ronald says you needed to tackle Thomas Burnett.
Facts.
But I have to give Thomas credit with this because Ronald doesn't know this. He helped Chief with his table. Chief had a table there with some stuff that
Yes.
some great collectibles and cards.
Yes.
So Thomas was kind of treated as a vendor, and so we couldn't tackle him because he was already he had to be there.
We don't need an excuse to tackle
Man.
Thomas.
Man,
Especially at Albertsons.
we got
do it.
We got there. Hey, I got to tell you a story. So I'm texting with Thomas earlier in the week, right? And he says he had told me, he said, "Well, I don't have to go into work till 11:30." And I said, "So you're closing tonight?" He says, "Yeah." So next morning, I'm on with him. He's already at work. The whole plaza where they're at, all the buildings, no electricity.
Oh, that's right. I remember him
And
sharing that.
and I said to him, I says, I hope you cleared everybody out and somebody's at the front door. So, you have to turn them away. He says, yeah, that's me. I'm standing at the front door. I said,
got Riley down
I said,
there.
you can't whip yourself out of a wet paper bag.
Yes.
What the hell are you doing standing at the front door?
But I did inquire about.
Sorry, you guys were closed.
Aisle 7.
Should have gotten Riley down
Frozen
there.
turkeys in the bowling game.
That's well, I was thinking about the frozen peas. That would be a perfect time to get the peas out there on the floor. But no, he says everything was airtight and secured for whatever.
Yeah.
So, all right. What do we have? We have about 7. Let's
What do you want to do?
Let's do quick pop culture. Robert Blake, Beretta TV
Yeah.
fame, and then of course later on had some legal issues. I didn't realize he passed away yesterday.
Yeah. Did you guys ever see the HBO documentary Jinx?
Was that the one behind the story? What happened with him?
did not.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I'm
You guys
familiar
got to
with-
watch that. That thing is crazy.
People don't realize he started off as part of
Our gang.
Our gang.
Yeah.
The Our gang, right?
Yeah.
He was a later version though. He wasn't one of the originals.
He
came in later.
No. Yeah.
He was also a Little Beaver
Yeah, on what?
on the TV show.
Oh, he was Little Beaver. Oh, that's
On
right.
Leave It to Beaver?
No. He was.
What the hell's Little Beaver?
I'm afraid to ask.
No.
Oh,
Try to Google that.
Spank that thing.
Google Little Beaver and see what comes up.
Hey,
Oh my God.
hey,
He was a sidekick for Red Ryder.
okay. I thought you know what I really thought he was talking about? Up in Anchorage, Alaska, there is a place called the Great American Beaver Company.
Okay. What do they make up there?
It's a bar.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, Robert.
That's what I thought he was talking about.
Everybody watch the documentary
You
Jinx.
betcha, Red Ryder.
Yeah.
That thing is the craziest ending to any documentary I've ever seen. ever.
What is it on? Is it out
It's
there?
on
still?
HBO Max.
What's it
Oh, I don't
called?
have HBO.
Jinx.
Jinx.
J-I-N.
X. Do you have HBO Max?
Yes.
Okay.
J-I-N.
Oh, I do have it. That's right.
How that guy was like free is
Yeah.
beyond me.
Yeah. He got away.
Until he got like the
away.
last one.
Right.
And then
Well, you know, when he was on Our Gang, at that young age, he was actually in trouble in juvenile hall from getting in trouble.
Yeah, he
at
didn't have
young-
an easy life.
No,
he did not
at,
have an easy
at a
life.
young age, he was.
how you could admit to the police that you chopped up a body
Yep.
and hid it
Yep.
and get away with it somehow is beyond me.
So,
Something's fishy
all
around
right,
here. And it
let's
ain't-
see. We'll
Can't do the time, don't do the
we'll
crime.
talk about that one last. Anyway, folks, don't forget tonight. Okay. Do not forget tonight. You got to turn your clocks ahead 1 hour.
You lose an hour's sleep.
Okay, except in Combo San Lucas, where they don't turn their clocks ahead. They
That's
just
right.
stay on the same time because
So I catch up to that.
because before the show, our co-host who's gone on a cruise was bitching and complaining. Oh, it's the water 74 degrees down there.
It is.
And
Water's
I
cold.
can't wear a wetsuit because I'm going snorkeling. Well, you know what, Buttercup, suck it up.
What's the coldest temperature you've ever been in?
I'm snorkeling in the pool.
No, I'm serious.
Serious?
No, I'm serious. Yeah, it's a serious question.
I'll say this.
Okay.
I'm a blue nose. He knows what I'm talking about. So you can ask him.
What would I ask you? They can't hear him. He's not on a microphone.
Hello. Go ahead.
I was in the Arctic.
Okay.
Okay. And I was in the Antarctic both. So I'm a blue nose and I'm a golden shellback.
Is that by going in the water in those areas?
Uh-huh.
Like the Polar Bear Club in New York? Is that?
Oh no,
For those uneducated, it's the North Pole and the South Pole.
Well, no.
and it was very cold. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
Well,
I know up there.
Wait a minute. Who's
I was swimming. I was getting out of the pool.
Wait a minute. Who's
The shrinkage is still there 40 years later.
Is Liz still in here?
No, she's out.
My balls were up around my neck.
They're finally
That's how
coming down
cold-
around the abdomen. It was
That's
that
how
cold.
cold it was.
Matter of fact, that's why he has false teeth. You had to make room for the movement, right?
We
Take the teeth out.
Seriously though,
Yes.
that's it's part of honor traditions that the Navy has.
Sure.
And I was fortunate enough to do both of them.
Sure.
And
Do you get like you get like
I
a
got
plaque or
certificates.
something for that?
I got certificates
Right on.
hanging up. And when you cross the equator, they have what's called the Order of the Ditch.
Okay.
John and I know John, my brother knows. He's
You have a brother named John?
yeah. He's a pretty good guy.
Oh, that
back-
guy over
he
there.
he wears glasses too, like me.
It's a common name. It's someplace you go every day.
It's at least 10,
I
at least 10
wasn't
times a
wasn't
day.
going there, brother. You know.
All right, it's time to flush this
All right,
topic.
where we
But
at?
anyway,
So
oh wait a minute, Liz is in there. She came back. It says Chief.
what?
I don't know. It just says Chief with about 1, 2, 3, 4 exclamation marks.
I'm in trouble.
I
Holy
I think she may have heard what you said.
I got 3 words for you.
Hey, can you erase that out?
That's got to be a shirt. I got 3 words for you. Ha ha ha. I love it. I love it. Oh my God.
Yes.
The shit
There's
that
blue nose,
right?
there's brown nose, and there's red nose.
Oh yeah.
He's going to be doing some brown nosing when he gets home.
There goes my weekly allowance.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
you know what? If I can't laugh at myself, who the hell can I laugh?
Oh, and that's the best medicine when we can look at
But
ourselves.
no, seriously, You cross the equator.
Right.
You got to order the ditch, but you also become a shellback. When you cross the equator 5 times,
Okay.
then you become a golden shellback.
Oh.
When you go up to the Arctic and you jump in the water, you become a blue nose.
Okay. Thank you. I seriously asked that question because I wanted to learn. Because I'm used to watering Lake Havasu in the summer at 85 degrees when you just walk in. You know, there's 70-degree temperatures for snorkeling.
Let's put it this way. I have we've lost fresh water on ship.
Okay.
Jump over. You know, they put the motor whale boats down in the water with the gunners to keep the sharks away.
Right.
You're down in the salt water, but man, you got a bar of soap with you, and you're taking a bath to just get cleaned off because
that makes sense.
After 3 or 4 days, you kind of stank a little bit, you know. And
I bet.
And then what the captain does, well, the good captains on the ship, you get underway, they'll start a beard contest.
Okay.
You don't shave the whole time you're away. You're on a cruise.
Right.
Whoever's got the best beard gets a week's liberty.
Oh wow. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. We're running out of time. But
sorry.
No,
sorry
it's
to
good stuff. No,
digress.
I asked. So no, I wanted to learn.
Sorry to digress.
Not at all. All right.
It's
Last
more
topic.
entertaining
Did
than
you
Bruno
like that?
Sammartino.
Did you like that digress?
I did. You've been hot today.
Hey.
You're doubling and tripling up because I won't be here next week.
Exactly.
I appreciate that. All right, baseball's upon us. By the way, if you have any possibility of pitching at least 80 miles an hour, call the Yankees. Because they
Savannah
need pitching.
Bananas. You got any pitch? Crazy Bill Lee.
Oh my
Okay,
God, could you
he's
imagine?
pitching with the Bananas. Hey,
And Johnny Damon is down there.
bring him up. Well, hey, Damon.
He was good in his day.
But he might.
What's with the, spring training, spring hopes eternal.
3 starters for the Yankees. Pitching's already out.
And the big signing that they had from the Nationals this year, Rondon. Anyway, Yankees the last 3, 4, 5 years when they go into spring training, it's like they need to have the MASH medical unit ready for them. Anyway,
They're what the hell do you call them? Scouts, and the people who make the trades. Don't trade your freaking pitching away. Let it build up for 2 or 3 or 4 years,
right?
So you can get some young arms up into the major leagues, please.
All right.
Thank you, Ronald.
We are ticking away. Just another reminder, please make sure before you go to bed tonight, in all seriousness, push those clocks ahead.
Please
1
do.
hour. Push them ahead so you're on time for everything tomorrow. Technically, it's 2 a.m., so that's why we say do it before you go to bed tonight.
Is that tonight?
Tonight, yes, John.
And we definitely want to do it so that the school teachers get to school on time.
Yes,
absolutely.
And also tomorrow we have to make sure we're on time, John, for that.
And if your kids don't wake up early on Monday, it's throw a glass of water.
No,
at
they're
them.
on spring break this week.
At bed.
Spring break this week.
See,
Guys,
you
spring break.
So you don't know what he's talking about.
Anyway, guys,
I've
with
always
that,
said that, man.
With
Always
that,
said that.
I'm going to bid you adieu because it'll be 2 weeks before I'm
Hey,
back in
can you
studio.
imagine we ain't got him next week, man? We can tear.
Now,
this,
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We can tear this show up, buddy.
Thomas will be back.
We can tear.
All right. I was saying final thoughts, but that was pretty good.
Hey, and we may have a guest next week also.
Good.
I'm not sure.
Good.
I'll find
Are
out.
you talking about the one we were talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll find out.
There may be a
during
fourth
the
seat,
week.
but you guys will have fun. I ain't worried about it.
I think he enjoyed himself at Sam's Town.
Oh, I'm sure he did. He's been on with us in the past.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Good man.
Final thoughts so we can say goodbye and get ready for the rest of the day.
Everybody have a good, safe weekend. Every good, safe week. It's spring break, so everyone have some fun.
Which means
it's also
school zones.
St. Patrick's Day next Friday.
That's right. Happy St. Patty's Day.
So I'm sure downtown's going to be nuts. I'm
Yeah,
sure
be
we'll have
safe.
crazy stories.
Stay away from the heart attack world.
Hey,
No, come do something stupid.
hey,
so I have something to say.
I heard that they've upped the police presence down there. And,
Oh, yeah,
and
for
now
sure.
you got to be 18 to be on the.
They have
underneath
a
the can-
curfew and stuff.
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
had that
that
since like those couple shootings.
Yeah, they've had that
Yeah.
for a while. All right, Chief, final thoughts, please.
Hey, I know what you do, for us during the show and what you do in school as a
Educator.
educator.
I know what he did last summer.
Shut up, John. So anyway, in all seriousness, enjoy your
Thank you.
week off.
Yep.
Relax. Don't think about the shows. Don't think about anything. Just go down on your cruise, enjoy it. Unfortunately, you won't be up near Antarctica or the Arctic where you could become a blue nose.
I'll become blue for something if I do snorkeling.
But anyway, just enjoy yourself and relax.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And to the folks, please have a good week.
Absolutely.
Love you all. Stay safe.
All right, with that, it's time for us to say goodbye here. I just wanted to give a reminder at the top of the hour. Make sure you join me on Aaron's Hour. I'm going to have the host of Cyber Security Awareness TV right here on. You waving goodbye over my head? What do you got?
No.
What you got?
The floor recognizes MJF Senior.
Throw frozen turkeys down aisle 7 to Thomas Burnett.
I think you said that already.
I wanted to reiterate.
Okay.
Is
You
there
like
a
that
sale?
one? Reiterate.
Thomas, is there a sale on tequila and
I think you're
plastic
good
cups?
for the rest of the month.
Okay.
All right. Top of the hour. Host of Cybersecurity Awareness TV, Mr. Mac Jackson. That show is right here on WWDB TV. He's going to join me, talk about cybersecurity for your business, maybe some personal stuff, and some special guests may come in. I don't want to throw it out there.
702-992-3207.
After 12 o'clock.
Yes.
Can I get through my clothes?
I'm trying
you
to
done?
help you.
My hands are freezing.
God.
Anyway, be kind to everybody. Why is that? We're all we have. We'll see you next time. I'll see you in 2 weeks. These guys will be back next week. Thank everybody for